How you doing? Good morning, everybody. It's Uncle Bruce here. Welcome to another fun day in the markets. How's it going out there, everybody? It's Thursday, and it's Thursday, March the 25th, 2021. And we're here to see what the markets want to bring us today, what kind of interesting shenanigans will happen this time around. Welcome one, welcome all to Stock Markets with Bruce. Bruce here, Uncle Bruce here in Creston, British Columbia. And thank you for joining me again and coming by. Interesting pre-market today, I got to say. I noticed last night that after GameStop closed at about 120 odd on the New York Exchange, it didn't do very much in the aftermarket for the first hour or so. Actually went down to about 113 a share for a little bit. And then we had a run up, and the stock ran up to the 133 range, maybe even touched 135 for a brief moment, but then back off again and didn't do too much. This morning on the pre-market, the stock opened in this 127.28 range, went up to 135 again. That would be about about 2 hours ago, when just the beginning of the pre-market, half an hour in, hit about 135, maybe even 136. And it's been the slow slide ever since. And in the last half an hour, it's gone from 130 to 120. It's dropped $10 in 30 minutes. Total volume this morning, 481,000 shares. Moderately active, I guess, on the pre-market. Nothing great. U.S. markets are turning lower in the pre-market here. The Dow looked like it was going to have an up start, but it doesn't look like that's the case anymore. Just going to see if I can get the futures to show properly and if I can get this working. Here we go. Yeah, the Dow looked like it had itself maybe a 100-point gain all morning long, and it's now showing a 126-point drop to start the morning. So it does not like what it sees or hears, or what it thinks it's hearing, what it thinks it's seeing. Maybe some treasury action, treasury talk, I don't know. Interest rates shouldn't be a problem today. We were watching rates on the 10-year right now at 1.60. So they're off 10 basis points from a few days ago. Even last week when they were at 1.70, we were supposedly going to go to the right to 2% on the 10-year note. Not happening, 1.60. But someone said something somewhere, and that is what's going on. And so the market is under a bit of pressure. As far as other markets go, we're looking at S&P down 15 points. Who cares? NASDAQ off 57. Who really cares? Very quiet. All three indexes are lower by not even a half a point at this point in time. None of them are off by more than half a percentage point. Crude oil, 59.42, down $1.76. There was speculation that crude would go up in price because there's a cargo ship stuck in the Suez Canal. You've probably all seen photos of this thing. It's kind of jarred sideways in this thing. They'll get it out of there eventually, but their worry is that a whole bunch of ships are now jammed up in the Suez Canal. They can't come south. They can't go north, especially the ships supposed to go north. There are a number of oil tankers from the Middle East that go through the Suez Canal to get to European refineries. And the wonder was, well, will there be a shortage of fuel in Europe, which could lead to higher pricing on the spot market? Maybe for the European side, but on the American side, America and Canada and the rest of North America, drowning in oil. We have oil everywhere. There's no shortage of oil. And so at the moment, $59.39 is what a barrel of oil is going for on the spot market at this moment in time. Thank you, all of you who are finding this channel, popping in here, saying hi to me. Those of you who are becoming members, new members, thank you. Chris Reques, new member, welcome aboard. Nice to have you. Speaking of members, I mentioned yesterday the reality of the fact that if you become a member of this channel, there's Chris right there. Hey, Chris. You become a member of this channel, there are certain things you get to do. Number one, obviously, you can comment on the chat here, which is just got a whole bunch of great people here, which I love. Thank you, everybody, for that. Get to use the emojis, and we added a new one last night. I don't know if you noticed it, but we did add a new emoji last night. So you may want to check that out. More coming. And Other little perks. There will be from time to time will be videos just for sponsor members. That's under construction. That will happen. But more importantly, from time to time you will get an alert from yours truly about stock picks. That I'll come up with a stock that maybe crossed my radar that maybe I think you should know about, might be worth your while to look into, and I'll send out an alert just for sponsor members as a bit of a heads up. And I did that yesterday on this channel to let the members know there is a stock that has crossed my radar screen here that looks very interesting to me. I like what I'm reading. I looked into it a little bit, and I released the symbol yesterday during the day to members of this channel, including last night after the show. And those of you who are members of this channel, you know which one I am talking about. For the rest of you, I'm going to announce it now. Again, membership has its privilege. You get the early heads up. Do not be surprised in the future if I do an alert Friday nights on stock picks that you have all weekend to ponder. And then on Monday, I would release the news to the rest of the market. Anyway, the company in question, the one that I'm interested in, is called Social Capital SoFi Holdings 5, and I'm just going to from now on refer to it as IPOE because that's the symbol of this stock. IPOE is the symbol, and just going to double check here on my here we go. I'm going to add the symbol now to my banner here. I'm going to pop this banner up. There it is, right there. The very last symbol, right there at the bottom, right there, right there. There it is. There it is. IPOE stands for Social Capital SoFi Holdings V number 5, and it is a SPAC that has been organized by the gentleman who is. I can't pronounce this guy's name, but you know who I'm talking about. Chamath is his first name. Chamath. Palhapitia. CP. That's who I'm going to refer to him now. CP. Chamath. He put this SPAC together, and the IPOE deal. They've announced back in January their target. They're already merging with a company called SoFi Financial, which is an online financial entity that is growing very quickly and is causing a lot of talk in the markets and a lot of speculation. And what I like about the deal, there's a lot I like about it, apart from the characters involved, because I don't think these folks are going to go through all this trouble to create a SPAC, merge this company into a SPAC, and have the SPAC not do anything. I think that these shares can do rather nicely for anyone who picks them up. The key to this deal, I think, though, is that we are possibly within weeks of listing having this deal go through. That could well be happening here, and I caution you folks that if you're thinking of getting this deal, you may not want to wait too long to make your move. I guess that's what I'm really getting at here. This deal was announced, as I said, early in January. This is now the end of March. They take about 90 days, and so this is coming up. So this could be listed in the next week to 2 to 3 weeks as SoFi. Now, those of you who don't know who SoFi or what SoFi does or is, the company SoFi is an online financial company that specializes in services like personal loans, credit cards, home loans, student loans. They had about 629 members back in the end of 2018 that used the services. Now they're at 1.8 million users, members of this entity, and they're now projecting by the end of this year to hit 3 million users. They're expecting 3 million customers to be using this online service, banking service. Their game plan is to become the Amazon of online banking. That's the big picture for this company. They own an outfit called Galileo, which has 50 million accounts. Galileo is also online, I think, an online payment entity. And then they are acquiring a bank called Global Pacific Bancorp. Now, SoFi, by acquiring Golden Pacific Bancorp, by doing that, they inherit what's called a banking charter that entity has. So that entity will become part of SoFi. SoFi will now have a banking charter, and this opens up way more services. It's a little complex, but it is a very interesting deal. What I also found interesting was that the entire deal is valued at $8.6 billion. This is a big IPO merger, big merger with IPOE. And the cash that will be available to SoFi upon number one day of listing, it's in excess of $2 billion in cash, more than $2 billion. 1.2 billion is being poured in by Wall Street to top up this deal, and 805 million from the SPAC itself. So this will be a very cash-rich cash flow generator instantly. They're already expecting to earn a net profit after the EBITDA number by the end of this year, and full-blown earnings by, I think, in the next year and a half, 2 years. This is very quick, very fast. Entity is growing very, very quickly. And then there's another little ditty about this deal I kind of like. Some people may not. I like this deal. What I like about it is that there are 80 million shares in existence in the SPAC right now. And the SPAC came out at the $10 range. Of course, that's where they start at. And it went up to 28 bucks on anticipation of what they were going to do because of who's running this this entity, Mr. Chamath Palihapitiya, Mr. CP. Because of his involvement, the stock went to $28 just on, what's he going to get? What's he going to get? Now it's in the 16, 17 range where I think you're safe to buy this. But of the 80 million shares that exist, approximately 80 million shares that are out there, where's my number here? I've got this written here. Yeah, 80 million shares out there, 23.8 million are shorted. There's a 30% short float on this thing, and they haven't completed their merger yet. I think that upon the completion of the merger, a whole bunch of institutional investors are going to buy up this stock. I think a lot of ETFs and mutual funds and pension funds are going to buy into this thing for long-term investing timeframes. And this could put a squeeze on the stock right off the get-go. But I'm not guaranteeing it, but I'm sensing it. I'm just getting this vibe that, you know what, this thing could take a pop right off the get here. And to me, if it reached 30, 40 bucks a share, just a few weeks after a merger, it wouldn't surprise me at all. Is it going to 10 bucks a share? I don't think so. I think it's going more to 40. So I mentioned it yesterday to the members. I mentioned it to all of you out there. Check it out. Do your own due diligence. See what you think. And I add it now to my list of stocks. And if you're a member of this channel, from time to time, I will release another stock that I think you may want to be maybe taking a good look at, and you may want to add to your portfolio. You may not. It depends on the kind of investor you are. I am just bringing these to your attention. You have to make up your own decisions on what you want to do. But this one, IPOE, is the symbol, and you may want to take a peek at this one to see what it is about, and it might fit your investment strategy. It might not. Whether you're a short holder, a medium term holder, or maybe you're looking to be a longer term investor in different entities. Right now, it's at 1576. This to me is a steal because the market is giving you a discount. The overall market is off at the moment, although the Dow is coming back a tad. It's only down 95. We have here maybe a short-term opportunity. The Dow and the NASDAQ and the S&P are trying to figure out where to go, what they're doing. We're watching fourth quarter GDP readings have been revised up to 4.3 from 4.1. Initial U.S. filings for unemployment decline. So these are good headlines. But the market, I think, is looking at the opposite side of the picture, going, a stronger economy might mean higher interest rates and higher inflation. And the market all of a sudden is worried about growth. It's just laughable how this market completely knee-jerks the wrong direction when really good news comes slapping it in the face. I've mentioned to you folks out there how many times the stimulus program, the $1.9 trillion stimulus plan, is a huge piece of good news for the economy, will make a huge difference to the United States GDP. Employment will drop, activity will rise. It's all going to be very positive leading to, I expect, higher markets, higher averages. But you get these day-to-day fluctuations where you get these nervous ninnies in there, and there's this little bit of whatever. But with the Dow off 97 points, that is 1/3 of 1%. I mean, this is not a sell-off of any proportion. So taking advantage of this kind of atmosphere, when you see SPACs on sale like we have been lately, this is when you move in. You get in now when it's really quiet. They're not in the limelight, but they're about to be. And as these deals get consummated, they start trading. SoFi, of course, will trade as SoFi. I think you're going to have a little bit of fun here, and I think that these entry prices are pretty attractive. Anyway, I mentioned that to you from here, and do with it as you will. And there you have it, a new add-on to the channel as far as a stock you might want to look into. Fantastic. Welcome one, welcome all to the channel today. We're going to keep an eye on, obviously, on GameStop, see what it's going to do today. We're going to see what happens with AMC today. It is in the pre-market 886. It was 965 almost about up until an hour ago, and it had been up about 40-50 cents a share, and in the last probably 45 minutes or so, it has just backed off. As we get closer to the opening and the market looks like it's not going to open with a big bang this morning, these issues are weakening, a bit of nervousness. I have a feeling, though, between AMC and between GameStop, do not be surprised if in the first half hour they actually pop higher. I have a suspicion that they've oversold short-term temporarily, and I think they can both pop a little bit. How much, though, is the question, because GameStop is off yesterday $61 a share, and I have mentioned, I put my opinion out there, what I think about all that, and how there are certain people to blame for this who are involved with the GameStop entity. Very disappointing performance on the conference call, a really disappointing performance the day after the conference call. I'm just completely stumped at how these guys are operating. They are looking a gift horse in the mouth, and they're just missing the opportunity of a lifetime. It's still not too late. The company will, of course, call their annual meeting. They will probably announce a new slate of directors in the near future that will be proposed to be elected. 8 directors are departing the company. I'm, of course, quite curious to see who these 8 directors might be, and I have a pretty strong suspicion that Mr. Cohen will have a lot to do with who is going to be joining the board, I'm thinking. We'll see about that. I will also say that I have begun to notice ever so little bit the odd article coming out, which I was hoping to see regarding the future of this company. There are now a number of bloggers out there who are beginning to discuss the future of GameStop, what the company is going to become, as opposed to what the company has been for the last 20, 25 years. And I have to admit, I'm happy to see it, and I'm pleased to see it, and I'm expecting more of it. And what I'm getting at is the kind of coverage that we might be beginning to see for GameStop more and more going forward will be kind of what the Jefferies people did yesterday. The Jefferies analyst upped the stock's target to 175. They've turned the page on GameStop and have decided to buy into the notion that this company is going digital, and we should value it as such. We should really look at it as a digital company going forward. We should value it as a digital company and not as a brick and mortar anymore. And 175 is the target. Waiting for others to do the same thing. The article I read this morning, I think it was a Motley Fool article perhaps, and the individual was saying that, there's a lot in this fourth quarter report to pay attention to that is not being paid enough attention to by the street yet. And that had to do with the better financial performance, but also the growing e-commerce numbers inside the company, now at 34% and climbing, and how the company is evolving out of bricks and mortar over to this direction. And the personnel being brought in are absolutely the kind of personnel you want this company to be hiring. stealing from Amazon and Google and other high-end entities to transform the company. And there's still this buzz on the street for whatever reason. It just won't go away. And it could well be that the shorters are whispering, you should say this, you should say this. Whenever you're asked about GameStop, you should say this, because we want the stock to go down. And the one piece of news that keeps coming up all the time that is so irrelevant to this picture is the fact that the company had a filing with the SEC way back. I think back in December they did this, before the stock did anything. When the stock was 12 to 15 bucks a share, they had a filing with the SEC that said through Jefferies that they could issue $100 million worth of stock at any time they felt like it. Of course, if you've been here for a while, and some of you have been here right through from the beginning of this whole ordeal back in January, you followed me when this stock really took off. You heard me talking on the air almost every day. Why don't you guys raise some money right now? The stock is 200 a share. It went to 300. It went to 400. Why don't you guys raise some money right now? You have this shelf filing. Why don't, even 100 million is a token, but it's something. They didn't do it, and it came back to 38.50, and then the stock went up again, and we were at 346, whatever it was, a week and a half ago. Didn't do anything. So this filing has been around. Well, all of a sudden, in the last 2 days since this conference call and the release of the earnings, this is a big deal. Oh, it's dilution. The company's going to dilute itself. And I'm thinking, $100 million issue of stock, $100 million is going to dilute this company. Are you kidding me? Even at $100 a share, this is nothing. A million shares at $100 a share is $100 million. If I recall my math, that would take the company from 69 million outstanding to 70 million, or 70 to 71. Like, this is a disaster? I don't think so. In any event, there is no talk about the company issuing any stock for any price. They haven't done it, and they haven't discussed it. They didn't discuss it in the conference call, and I don't think they're going to do it. They don't need $100 million right now for any specific purpose. They don't. My personal recommendation is, if you're going to issue stock, issue 5 million at a time and bring in $500 million to or more. And if you can do it at much higher prices, go ahead. But down here is not necessary. 120 a share. I don't think the stock's going to stay here very long. I think we could see a pop up again. Thank you, MHII, for becoming a member. I think we can see a pop up on the stock again, and maybe they can do an issue at 150 or 200 or 250. We'll see. But right now they don't need the money. They just don't need the money. Spray, Can, and welcome to the group. Nice to have you here. The gals are coming into this channel for sure. We have more female members coming in here, which is beautiful. I'm so pleased. Jen is very happy about this. KW McCabe, wouldn't issuing GameStop kill the squeeze? A million shares? A million shares is going to kill the squeeze. A million. There's 100 million shorted. There's all kinds of off-market trading going on. There's all kinds of naked short trading. A million shares is going to, I don't think so. No. The answer is no. That actually would do the company more good than harm if they were to raise money, but not here. The shares came back up into the 175, 225 range. They were to do some stock offerings there, maybe 5 million at $200. That would bring in $1 billion. That would be a sign to the street that things have changed. This is a company that had a market value last summer and fall of $350 million. The entire company was valued by the market at $350 million last fall. Let that sink in a little bit. So they were valued at 350, and they were going to issue, or they went to the SEC to try to issue, or perhaps issue, 100 million in stock. Well, that made sense. A $350 million company that might raise 100 million fresh cash. That's like a third of the company back then. Today, at 120 bucks a share or so, this is a $8.4 billion market cap company now. 100 million on top of an 8.4 billion market cap is like a drop of water in a hot frying pan. It's gone. There's nothing there. So realistically, if they're going to raise some cash, why don't you talk about a $5 million offering, 5 million share offering, maybe if the stock pops back up a bit to the 200 range at the minimum. That would then be $1 billion coming into the treasury of the company. They only owe $200 million in debt, which is paltry. They have $600 million cash on hand. This would give them $1.6 billion cash on hand and a $200-something million debt load. Pretty good ratio now. Yeah, pretty good. And they close stores off, and they bring more staff in, and they go e-com. Yeah, that's the deal. This Jefferies valuation at 175 is incredibly conservative. It is really a conservative guesstimate. I have been saying to you guys that in the next year to year and a half, if GameStop's sales come back up to the 8 billion range, which they will because they pulled in 2 billion last quarter, they will ramp up their sales between their stores and the online. They get into that 8 billion range, and they're valued at like a 10 times sales multiple, which is kind of more normal for more other e-commerce companies out there. That would put this stock at 1,100 a share. That's what I'm saying. It would be a 10 timer, or an 8 timer from here. I'm sticking to that number. So 120 a share right now, bargain basement prices. Why is it down here? If you don't know, you haven't been paying attention. The shorters who are exposed to this stock are probably short between 40 and 50 bucks a share, millions of shares, millions, 50, 60 million, a ton of stock. And they want this to be down here or below this to at least come out of it not looking as bad. The big date is next Wednesday. That is the big date in everyone's mind right now. March 31st, the end of the first quarter. You have to report to your investors as hedge funds and mutual funds and pension funds. You report every quarter how you're doing. Now, a lot of them report monthly, but the first quarter is a big deal. And so if this stock is at $75 on Wednesday next week, that'll look a lot better for hedge funds that are short a ton of this stuff rather than at 175 or 275. What I'm wondering about is the Reddit crowd out there, the Wall Street Bets crowd out there, are they going to rally around this stock again and go, you know what, between now and next Wednesday, this could be in for a battle royale like you can't believe. And with the news that came out from the financials the other night, add that to the mix of how this company is evolving forward, could there be a run on the stock? But so far, no, because that conference call the other night did nothing to bring in buying into this company's shares. It was a disaster from top to bottom, and the company paid dearly for it because these shares really could have been at 250 yesterday or higher. Shane, I'm reading theories that GameStop buy orders can be held in dark pools over the counter to prevent buying pressure running up the price. Is this a thing? Can you explain? Well, there's talk here all over the place. There are how do I say this delicately without getting hate mail? Over the years, and since the 70s, since I've been watching this stuff, over the decades, it is not uncommon when a stock has a good run, there's a big momentum play going on, and people start asking others, hey, have you heard about this? Have you heard about this? Or I hear about that. Have you heard about that? And the rumor mill goes nuts whenever a stock starts moving up because everybody wants to join in on the party. And what you have happen, and this is happening here to people who've talked to me, people start buying into the story well after the fact, thinking that, there's no limit to the upside, immediate limit. I mean, the fact that the stock has gone from this level to this level doesn't mean it can't go to the moon now. Oh, well, yeah, it does. But no one wants to hear that, especially those who are, looking for the score. And the further a stock moves up, the more aggressive the promotion gets and the more hyped it gets. And then people come in who are the desperados, the Johnny-come-latelys, the last guys to the party who think that the keg will never go dry. And once the keg does go dry, the conspiracy theories come out. And that's what we're getting now. We're now getting the conspiracy theory accusations. Mackenzie, thank you for becoming a member. So AMC, there are rumors flying all over the place that there are 2 billion shares shorted against AMC, and the shares are going to fly to the moon because of it. John Matt, thank you for becoming a member. I don't buy that. I'm sorry, but the company went from 100 million outstanding to 400 million outstanding, and they're now having a shareholder vote to authorize up to 1 billion shares outstanding from the 500 million limit they have right now. They want to double the potential shares outstanding, and they will issue more stock. You can count on it. They will, and they will issue stock at whatever price they can get to ensure their survival, because what they're worried about, and what you guys should be worried about if you're AMC shareholders, is there are states rising again with the COVID cases. They're coming up again. There's 27 states are increasing COVID cases. And the worry is if a couple of the states in that group or additional joiners are big populated states, we could be in for partial shutdowns again. And if this happens in New York City, and it can, if it happens in Boston and Philly and Pittsburgh and Cleveland, and you're talking the Northeast, that would take AMC's steam right out of their recovery, and they darn well will issue stock to survive. They will raise another $300-400-500 million by issuing stock at whatever they can get for. So the conspiracy theories are, well, there's this dark pool of stock that trades off the market. You see, there's brokers out there that are playing games with the hedge funds, and what they're doing is they're keeping stock trades away from the open market. And so there's trading going on where people want to buy stock, but they don't buy stock. They don't end up buying stock on the exchange, on the New York Stock Exchange for GameStop. They're buying stock from stockbrokers who are creating over-the-counter pools for the stock, because that's how they clear all their trades, and that's what they're doing. And it's a big, giant Ponzi scheme to limit the upside of the stock by not allowing it to trade on the floor, and only putting sell orders in on the floor to keep it down against those who do buy on the floor, and on. This is conspiracy theory talk, and it's getting intense, very intense. This happens all the time. This happened in the 70s, in the 80s, where there were people accusing others of shenanigans on trading, and on it went. And maybe there is some of that. I'm not saying there isn't, but there could be very well some trading going on between, for example, like with Robinhood, where they are taking orders to buy and sell stock all the time. They have 8 million accounts. Do 1 million accounts have GameStop in it? Maybe they have 1 million GameStop players, and they do business, buying and selling all the time. Maybe they're doing clearing with Citadel. On these small 2 and 3 and 5 share orders, these are all being cleared off market in the Citadel pool that they're running. Does that mean that millions of shares of buying are not showing up on the exchange? Actually, no, because what ends up happening is if there's a buy wave coming in, more buys and sells, and more shares wanted than offered. Citadel will do crosses and give people instant fills, which is what you demand. You want an instant result, and you want it within the market. You'll get it, no fees, perfect, great. But as soon as Citadel moves 100 shares and is now needs to buy 100, they put an order in to buy 100, a board lot. They get an instant fill. It's all on computer. It's all in milliseconds. Okay, this is all happening in milliseconds. They get the fill for 100 and they're flat again. Then another half a second later, another 3,000 orders are coming in, buy and sell all over the place. It's just maddening to try. You can't watch it. It's just the chips. They're just doing this. And Citadel's either buying 100, selling 100, buying 100, selling 100, buying 200, selling 200 is on the open market after they've got these board lots figured out. At the end of the day, Citadel's flat. Citadel doesn't have any stock in this pool. They're not short a bunch of stock. They're not long a bunch of stock. They've just traded a bunch of stock between investors, millions of them, to work out the final quotes. New York ultimately gets the business. The New York Stock Exchange ultimately gets all the trades going through there, but generally speaking, in board lots, because the specialist for GameStop, for the New York Stock Exchange, who handles, decides whether to halt the market or not when there's an imbalance, that individual does not deal in 2 share orders. That doesn't ever get to this guy in New York or these people in New York. New York has no interest in handling 1.5 share buy orders or sell orders of GameStop or any other stock, any, period. Not just GameStop, any stock. And so all of these trades are happening through the computer systems of the brokerage firms until we get to a board lot level, which is 100 even shares. And that's when the trade takes place on New York in board lots. Now, I've simplified this, okay? I'm trying to bring this down to a plain English for you guys. So if millions of orders are coming in every day to buy and sell stock on GameStop, and it translates into 15, 20 million shares a day, which we're watching now, which we saw yesterday, 24 million shares trade hands. It's possible of the 24 million that traded hands yesterday, 5 million were done by small investors, less than 100 shares each, okay? Maybe even less than a share each, like, half a share to 2.5 shares. Lots of this kind of stuff going on. Maybe 5 million of all the shares were represented. But those shares did trade on the New York Exchange in board lots as they were assembled, nanosecond over nanosecond over nanosecond. It's imperceptible to notice it, because we, even with our human eye, couldn't watch it faster than it's actually happening. The computers are doing it all. At the end of the day, Citadel wants to be flat. Robinhood wants to be flat. The clients want to get their fill. There's no fees for the customers, no $25 minimum transaction fee like there used to be, or $100 minimum transaction fee. You're losing a third of a penny on your trades. So you're buying 30 shares, it costs you a penny. That's what it cost you. Maybe it cost you 10 cents. It might have cost you 3 cents. It's so insignificant. $1,200 order costs you 3 cents to generate. It's nothing. So Citadel, yet with those kinds of slivers, make money. They make money, and they rebate some of that money to Robinhood for the volume. It's pay for order flow, trade for order flow. Anyway, the shares ultimately do trade on the New York Exchange, but in board lots, because New York doesn't want to trade half a share. They don't want to see half share trades going. They're not set up for half share trades. That's not what the New York Stock Exchange floor is there for. And so if you get millions of shares coming through or trades going through, and in a nanosecond basis, in like 1 second, you might have 3,000 shares trade hands, a total of 3,000 shares. And it might be that 5 times in 1 second, Citadel has put an order into the floor to buy 600 shares, sell 600 shares, or buy 500, sell 400, buy 600, 800, sell 200. And these orders are getting done on the floor with other traders, again, in that second. And at the end of the second, a gazillion small investors have been filled at Robinhood, Fidelity, Schwab, and everywhere else these platform operators operate. And on the floor of the exchange, in that second, 8,000 shares have traded hands. 3,000 by miniature trades and 5,000 from board lot traders that are buying and selling 500 shares each on their own, or 1,000 shares on their own. This is how it works. This is a simplified, super small little example of the complexity of what you're dealing with here. So to try to read into this that there's a black pool of millions of shares of activity going on, and there's all kinds of diabolical people who are trying to control the market, not really. At the end of the day, though, there is an issue. And the issue that keeps coming up is the one where we do a Google search and say, who owns GameStop shares? And you enter that in Google, and you get a spit out of a chart showing you all these brand names, these big players. They own 9 million. This outfit owns 6 million. This one owns 2 million. This guy, all these funds, hedge funds, mutual funds, pension funds, ETFs, index funds, they are all listed there. And you do the math and you see at the bottom of the list, they own 130 million shares apparently, or 160 million, or 110. The numbers all over the map all the time, because it's never the same night after night after night. People are buying, selling every day. In any event, consistently, we see the number much higher than the actual number of shares in existence. And that's where we ask ourselves all the time, where do these shares come from? How can there be 130 to 160 million shares held by reporting institutions that report to the SEC when only 69.4 million or whatever that number is actually exist? We also know that there's 20 something million held by the management of the company. And so you add that to this list because management doesn't hold their stock in mutual funds. The president of the company does not have his shares in a mutual fund. He has his shares in his personal account. And so you figure out those shares, which are restricted from trading, and you add it to what's out there. And you try to put this all together and you're going, my God, it could be over 210 million shares out there of this stock floating around. But there's only 70 million that actually have been created. What happens with these other 140 million? Isn't there a day? Doesn't the day come eventually where these 140 million shares have to be accounted for, and they have to be cleaned up? You can't just indefinitely do this, can you? We ask this. I ask this all the time. This is what we're dealing with here. L4 wants to know, can you talk about the dark pool? That's exactly what we've been doing. And thanks, Uncle Bruce. We're going to the moon. Thank you, hot sauce. So, when will this 140 million be accounted for in the case of GameStop? What about, is the same could be said for AMC? Could there be a couple hundred million out there that haven't been delivered? Yeah, there could be. But with 400 million outstanding, it's easy to borrow 200 million shares from a pool that exists. That's the big difference between AMC and GameStop. With GameStop, there isn't 200 million shares you can borrow from the company. They don't have that. They didn't issue that. It doesn't exist. So where is it coming from? Why can it be carried? When will this end? Pyro Homie, I just got here. Morning, Bruce. Do you happen to know anything about dark pools? Just mentioning it. Again, thank you all of you for being here and asking these questions. I appreciate it. I know this is what you want to know. It's what you want me to talk about. I'm doing the best I can to explain it to you, but I gotta honestly tell you, do not look for this dark pool conspiracy thing to be your salvation. The salvation for any stock is a simple matter of, are there more buyers than sellers on a consistent basis? And do the buyers have a compelling reason to want to own these shares? Short term, medium term, long term. Why would people want to buy GameStop at 122.51, where it is right now in the pre-market with 18 minutes to go before we open up? Why should people buy this stock at 122.51 versus why should they sell it? And that's the end of it. That's as complicated as it has to actually be. And the answer should be because the corporation's prospects look very good. They look better than this. That should be the answer, and that's all you should have to worry about. But that's not what we all have to worry about these days. We have a lot of other stuff to worry about. Michael, thank you for becoming a member of this channel. We have to worry about, are there hedge funds who are really short this stock and are going to try to suppress the price, especially for next Wednesday, year end? Is that going to be the game right now? Do we have brokerage firms that are carrying short positions or allowing clients to carry short positions where the clients transfer a undeclared short position from a house to a house to a house for failure to deliver? Is there a lot of shuffling going on of this? Is that a problem? It could be. Are we dealing with a lot of stock that needs to be delivered by option writers, mainly the market makers in the options market? Are there possibly 100 million shares or 50 million shares or 30 million or whatever the number is that these entities are on the hook for, where they came to the clearinghouse without stock, but they were expecting to collect cash, but they delivered an IOU instead, and the buying broker, which was someone who exercised their option, got a stock IOU, and that's good enough for them, and they delivered money to buy this stock from the market makers. And is the DTCC, the clearinghouse, is it carrying a net short position or an IOU position of this stock to 140 million shares? Is that really what's going on? And is that rolling over all the time? It's not like always at that level with one house or two houses. It's always shifting and always turning over. And so it never never gets stale because the meter always gets reset every time you roll this stuff over. Is this really what's been going on here with this stock and many others out there? That is the question many of you are asking, I'm asking, and we can't seem to get an answer from any source that can definitively tell us. Did you see the DTC notice that they put out yesterday eliminating pins functionality? Can you explain? I can't explain these deep rulings and directives because I'm not in this business. I'm not in the clearing business. I'm not in the due diligence department of brokerage firms, national New York-based brokerage firm. And you might have noticed that no one at CNBC ever hauls in anyone from the DTCC to talk to them about what's going on. They never haul in anyone from the major brokerage houses to talk to them about their clearing techniques, because these people are unavailable for comment. They don't comment. They don't do interviews. And so there's no one who is able to really dig into it other than perhaps a investigative journalist team, maybe from the Wall Street Journal, who are very familiar with this segment of the industry that could try to, through detective work, figure out what's happening and then report to us in a plain English format so we understand what they're talking about. But I don't know if even that is being done. I honestly don't know. We're out here kind of on our own to fend for ourselves and just watch and see what's going on. That's the reality of it. And so without official comment from official sources that are not able to lie to us under perjury perhaps or under congressional oversight or something like that, we're left in the dark as to what is really happening deep down in the core of the marketplace. And what we are speculating or wondering about is, if this is a problem for GameStop, which is admittedly a small company in a giant market, what is the situation with big cap companies? Because GameStop doesn't trade 500 million shares a day. It trades 20 million right now. They'll trade 9 million. They'll trade 30 million. I can't tell you that one. We have a lot of trading on GameStop, but not mega gazillions of trading. But we do have unbelievable trading for the FANG stocks and others like Tesla and others. There is billions and billions and billions of dollars a day trading on all of these issues individually all the time. And I wonder, is this issue that we're talking about here, this failure to deliver thing for liquidity, is this also prevalent in the biggest cap stocks there are? And I'm kind of guessing, I bet you there is. I bet you if you did a forensic deep dive into Apple and pulled out how many shares institutions hold in Apple versus the shares that are outstanding in free trading, you might be in for a shock that there could well be undeclared shorts there. Failure to deliver notices going out from time to time, or not, because the rollovers are constantly being done because of the high volume of Apple stock. Is that happening with Google, Alphabet shares? Is it happening with Microsoft? Is it happening with Facebook? Is it happening with Tesla? And on goes the questions. And I wonder, are we dealing with a potential multi-trillion dollar problem that is trying to be addressed right now by the DTCC, the SEC, but not in a public way? Why? Because you don't want the public to know this in a big splashy way, because if you get, reporters from CNN going, trying to speculate on how big a blow up we have happening here, then they won't report it properly because they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know the business, never will. And you're going to get the sensationalized headlines that will scare more people than actually deliver the result you guys want to see. What's the result you want to see? Well, you want to see this being cleaned up to the point where these shares that are overexposed, overshorted, will rise in value, because the cash that is represented by the 2 of 3 shares that don't exist We want that cash to come into the 1/3 of the shares that do exist where you guys are located, and have these shares, instead of trading at 120, maybe they should be at 360 right now. Maybe that's where they should be trading at right now. To reflect the 70 million share outstanding stock. Maybe Apple at what, 120 is it right now? I don't even know. Apple, what's it trading at? Maybe Apple is 50% below where it should be right now. Maybe Apple shares shouldn't be at 120.09. Maybe they should be at 180 right now. What about Microsoft, 235? Maybe there's a 50% problem there. Maybe they should be at $345 a share right now. Of course, what would that mean for the brokerage community? Bad news. Why? Just because their clients are richer, other clients have disappeared. And what could happen here is you might find that the exchanges are noticing that the volumes have dropped by 50%. There's fewer shares flying around out there. You're not going to have as many shares trade hands. That's bad news for the stock market. That's bad news for brokerage firms, especially those who earn their fees from trading of stock, taking slivers of pennies per trade. These brokerage firms do not want to go from the 6 billion shares a day of trading down to 3. That's bad news. We don't care if the stock's more valuable. We just want our slice of the action between buyer and seller. We need lots of volume, and this is what we have created with this failure to deliver system. This is working perfectly for us as brokerage firms. We've got 210 million shares at GameStop trading hands instead of 70 million. Maybe we have an extra 10 billion shares of Apple changing hands that normally shouldn't be changing hands. And on it goes down the line with every stock you can think of, every Dow 30, S&P 500, Russell 2000, and more. They're all over issued. They're all over the limit. The worst offender could be GameStop. It could be a 3-to-1 overage right here for sure. Now, maybe AMC is 100% over its allotment. Maybe, but I can't put my handle on any of this to guarantee it. I can't. But the investors out there, many of them are going, there's something not right here. We've got this. There's issues, and I'm kind of wondering if there are people inside the business, deep inside Wall Street, who know exactly what it is I'm referring to, and they know much. They'll obviously know more than I do because I couldn't know less. There could well be a whole bunch of hedge funds and other strategic players out there who know that Armageddon is coming, and but the reality is that the Armageddon isn't going to be a market that's going to crash. Far from it. The Armageddon is it's going to be a market that'll go even higher because of the shortage of paper. Remember, the last 20 years, what has corporate America specialized in doing? And what do congressmen talk about today when they talk about bailing out or helping businesses out through the pandemic? The number one thing they don't want businesses to do, buy back their stock. They don't want stock buybacks. They want the money they're getting to go to the employees so that they can pay their bills. They don't want the company to take this cash and buy its own stock back. That just makes billionaires richer. But corporate America has been extremely good at stock buybacks. It's been the big national sport since Ronald Reagan was president of the United States back in 1988, 87. The buyback game started then with a vengeance, and it was very successful. Brokerage firms and public companies realized, oh wow, if we apply to the SEC to buy back 5% of our stock every year, year in and year out, we tighten how many shares are out there in public's hands. And if we do that, we end up with a higher earnings margin every year. Because what happens here is, Stephen, by the way, thanks for letting me remember. Is there over manipulation? I don't know. I don't know. If we can reduce the number of shares outstanding in the public's hands and in anyone's hands, just fewer shares, and we make just as much money next year as last year, we divide that much money into fewer shares, which means every share made more money because there's fewer shares to divide up the pot. So if we can add 3% to our gross, and then we can reduce our shares by 5%, we have an outstanding year. Our earnings growth per share is fantastic. And we're trading at a multiple, a PE multiple, and the PE multiple might even rise. Why? Because there's a shortage of paper. There isn't as much paper flying around. And if you're management, think about this. You are the president or the vice president, or you're a board of director. You're getting stock options as incentive from the senior VP level. The top 500 people on these big public companies are all offered a pretty nice bonus with regards to how many shares they get. These folks are addicted to higher share prices, absolutely addicted. And the corporation is addicted to higher share prices because it just makes the stock look better. And the natural progression is the share price goes up because the PE, the earnings per share keeps going up. Well, if you're the president of company whatever, and your company is buying back over the 5 years you're president of the company, they've bought back a quarter of the company. Your shares, of which you might only have 2 million, you're 2 million out of a billion shares. You got 2 million, but they're trading. They used to trade at 150 a share. They're now trading at 250 a share, $250 a share. You got $500 million in stock. You can buy it from the treasury for $150 when they issued it to you. It's now trading at 250. You're up substantial money as a non-controlling shareholder. You're just an employee of the company, and all the underlings under you have less than you have. They have anywhere from 20,000 shares up to 500,000 shares each. They're all laughing. They're all retiring on this payday. And it continues on because as you retire out, someone takes your place. They get the stock options. They're addicted to a higher price. They're addicted to the company using its own money to buy its own stock back on the open market. This game continues. And so what does Wall Street do, though? The problem is that with fewer shares out there, fewer shares trade. We can't have that. We get paid to trade stock. That's what the brokers are saying. So we're going to create more stock by allowing failure to deliver notices to go through. We'll just increase liquidity. They're saying we're doing the market a favor by increasing liquidity. They're actually hurting themselves, and they're absolutely hurting the management of these companies, because the guy at Disney or at Microsoft or wherever these folks are sitting there going, our shares could be 50% higher if these morons stop playing this game of failure to deliver. If they let our shares trade at 50% more, I, as the president of the company, my stock option could be 500 million more valuable. You get it? Here we are with GameStop. Stock could be right now 366 a share. Just speculating that there's 210 million out there when only 70 million exist. This is the game that's been going on. So the brokers are winning because they're active. They're enticing a lot of you into the market because they're giving you the ease of playing the video game called the stock market, or the sports betting game called the stock market. And so a whole bunch of young folks out there are playing this new video game on their phones called buy and sell stock. This is great. And you're being given easy margin terms. You can open up an option account within 24 hours. You can buy and sell contracts, write contracts. You can do spreads. The brokerage firms are encouraging you with margin to trade and enhance your portfolio, increase volume of trading. That's what they're doing. They're making it so convenient for you to buy and sell whatever it is you want to buy and sell. And that's what they're all about. And there is volatility in these shares, of course, all of them, but increased volume as well. And the brokerage firms are sitting back going, this is so easy. We're just letting the computers do it all. This is fantastic. We've laid off people. I mean, over at Merrill Lynch, we used to have 50,000 more people working around here. We don't have them anymore. We've replaced them all with computers. It's all done. And the people who are having problems with their accounts, they end up calling our call center in Bangladesh or in Pakistan, and they talk to people over there. And those folks just put them to a frequently asked Q&A for help. This is great. This is beautiful. And the SEC lets us get away with it. Is it any wonder that Robinhood is trying to go public right now on an IPO? Yeah. And why did they file an IPO in a confidential manner rather than a public manner? Why would they do that? Why would Robinhood not come public with their IPO and rather do it in a non-public manner? Do you think that there's something in the prospectus that maybe we shouldn't be looking at? You kind of wonder, huh? And why would the SEC clear this thing to go through if that's the issue. If the the entity that's trying to go public is hiding evidence of problems, the SEC is allowing it to happen. I don't know. We're a minute away from opening, kids. Welcome everybody to the show. I'm glad you could make it. We're going to follow the markets here as we open up in just a minute or so. The last trade on GameStop, 123.19 on the pre-market, from what I can tell you. We're going to see how this market wants to start the day. The Dow on the pre-market is down 155 points. S&P down 18, NASDAQ down 82. We're going to see what's going on here. News Corp to acquire Investors Business Daily for $275 million. That's the deal there. We'll see what's going on, how that plays out. Waiting for the first opening trade. How can shareholders demand a share count of GameStop, or can we? I don't think you can, Bama. I don't think Bama Babe. I don't think that can be done. Max, overnight, Wall Street Bets verified Russell 500 is under attack, and the over-the-counter dark pools are being used to suppress GameStop. Top Redditors are now receiving death threats. Unbelievable. Well, there's all kinds of shenanigans going on. It's just insane. It's time for the knee logos to come up as we start trading. Absolutely. It's time to hit the knee button, get that emoji up there, and let's get this stock going on the opening. We'll have a knee attack and see if we can run this market. We'll see, folks. I don't know. 1,200 thumbs ups already. Thank you guys so much. 69 on the down low. So we're about 18 to 1 on the plus minus scale. We're trying to make that 20 to 1, 1,300 to 70 right now. We need 100 more on the thumbs up. So we got a 20 to 1 ratio. Keep those thumbs ups coming in, guys. Hit the thumbs up button for me. And let's put some momentum on this show to get YouTube sending more people our way, that we can give them the straight goods of what's really going on out there. There we are, 1,400 thumbs ups, 72 down. Keep those thumbs ups coming in, guys, and let's drown those thumbs downs to the ground if we can. The knee attack. Let's hope the knee attack will make this happen. Here come the knees. There they are. Oh, they're just coming up. Knee. Let's go. We got to pull out every trick in the book, guys. We need every trick in the book to get this market going. GameStop 127 on the opening. It's working. The knees are taking over. The knee attack is happening. Fantastic, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the day. 1.2 million GameStop traded to start the morning at 127.66. It's a little better, but it's only up 7 from a down dip of 61. Those knees have got to do a lot more work for us. Let's hope they can. AMC at 9.50, up 48 cents to start the morning. We'll see if there's any momentum there today. We'll hope for the best. The Dow is down 161. The S&P is down 14. NASDAQ down 84. And the knees are coming. Knee. You can't stop the knee army. It's coming. It's overrunning everybody. We have 1,800 thumbs ups now, 88 on the down low. We're over the 20 to 1 ratio. We're going even higher on that. Thank you, everybody, for being here and supporting this channel and showing the world what we're made of. We're not afraid of you, you hedge fund ninnies. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, everybody, so much. It's so much fun. Oh, my. Max, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. That's right. That's exactly what's been happening with the big media. The big media had been ignoring day traders, and Robinhood and Fidelity and Schwab and all the others ignoring you guys. Then they laughed at you because they called you dumb money. And now they're fighting you. They're bringing out counter arguments as to why you are idiots. And then you will win in the end. That's correct. That's exactly how this plays out, because I think there are more of you than they realize. I don't think the big media understands how many hundreds of millions of small investors are coming into this market, have already entered, and are still going to come in here. They're going to dominate a lot of the trading of this market. The hedge funds will be the minority player. Right now, the guys over here on the TV set, they think the hedge funds control it all. Little do they know that the hundreds of millions of small investors who come into a market and start lasering in on what they like will overpower any hedge fund to an unbelievable extent. But they just won't buy into it. I'm sorry. Fred V, I don't understand how this can be legal. GameStop is stuck waiting for the price to be legitimate before issuing more shares, but issuing more would increase the price. They are held hostage by the shorts. Well, look, there are companies out there who've been bankrupted by short sellers, absolutely bankrupted, because they were overpowered by multi-billion-dollar monsters who just crushed their paper, and they couldn't raise money from any source. They couldn't raise bond offerings. No one would raise money for a bond offering. No banker would give them a loan. No broker would help them do a stock offering. They were just up against a wall of death, and they would just be bled dry. And the perception of the market then became the perception of the customer of these companies, and the customer started staying away because they thought, well, you're going under, I'm not going to buy from you anymore. It was just this vicious circle. Payless Shoes is one example that got crushed. Many others got crushed by shorters over the last 5-10 years. GameStop was this close. They were this close last year to almost getting crushed, but the company fought back, and I have to give kudos. They took company money and bought back 37 million shares of their own stock at $5.19 a share average to reduce the number of shares outstanding, so the shorters couldn't short anymore. They had 70 million shorted, and they were only 70 million out, and the company was fighting them off. And then, of course, outside investors came in, like Mr. Cohen, and have revitalized this whole entity, this whole company. It's going to be completely different now going forward. Stock right now, 122, 123 is the market on GameStop. Volume in the first few minutes, 1.77 million. AMC now at 924, up 22 cents. Like I said, I kind of figured that the shares, I thought they might open a bit weak to start and then come on. They actually came on a little bit. Now they're weakening. But I would not be surprised if the shares actually have a bounce today overall. But I will predicate that by saying it's possible that these hedge fund guys will let the first 5-10 minutes happen, and then they're going to step in again and attack. That could well be it. It all depends on how many shares are wanted by how many investors. If this is truly the dip range, then we'll see what kind of support the stocks have. And in the case of AMC, the support level might be 9. And in the case of GameStop, the support level might be 113 to 120, something in this neighborhood. I don't know. It did close at 120 last night. If GameStop goes to 108, then the short sale restriction will be extended one more day. It's already on today for all day today, but it would then be extended into tomorrow as well. But right now, 121.53, 122.02 is kind of where I see the shares at this moment, and we'll follow what's going on. The Nice have done their job to open this market to get this thing going. Anyway, who's coming in here and hitting thumbs down? This makes no sense. Well, people who don't like me. They don't like the plain truth. They don't want to hear what Bruce thinks. They want to hear what Bruce should be saying, like others, to boost the market. He should be a promoter, and he should only be talking about happy things. We don't want Bruce to tell us what he thinks is going on, because that doesn't kind of mesh with our happy story all the time. That could be who's doing the thumbs downs, guys. Just saying. Fred, hey, Uncle Bruce, good morning, everyone. Do you think the price action today in the pre-market, are the shorts loading more ammo for you? For you, Shay? Well, it's possible. But again, it just could have been that the market in the pre-market was more natural, buying and selling without interference, and the shares were just drifting higher. They got up to 135. But then they seem to run into a bit of a selling resistance. So not sure what's going on. There were thumbs downs before you even started. That's right. They're attacking. They're not going to try to show the rest of YouTube out there that this is a place you should hang out at. They're trying to show the rest of YouTube that this channel is not where you want to be. It's not working, because if you look at the up to down ratio, we got 107 on the downside and 23 on the up, 2,300 on the up. So it's a 2,400 on the up. 24 to 1 is the ratio between thumbs ups and thumbs downs. And that's why I'm always asking you guys for thumbs ups to really crush these guys and show the marketplace out there that these thumbs downers are not going to affect the overall success of this channel. And that's why I'm working as hard as I am to try to get you guys to please consider doing a thumbs up. We have 6,500 of you here, and we only have 2,500 thumbs ups. 4,000 of you are just not participating, and it's your right not to. It's a free show. You don't have to pay to watch, but it's free to hand out a thumbs up and help a YouTuber out trying to do his thing. But it's up to you to decide what you want to do. 2,600 of you have come through for me, and I so appreciate it. It is beautiful. 2,700 now, but we have 112 on the down. And the more I talk about the thumbs ups down, the more downs I get. What the thumbs downers don't know, and they might know, but it doesn't matter to them, is that YouTube looks at the total and they going, oh, there's 2,800 up and 114 down. That's 2,900 thumbs. That channel is active. We should send more people to this guy. And that's actually what happens. 2,900 up now, 117 down. We're over 3,000 total thumbs right now in the first hour of yapping. So pretty good. Thank you, everybody, for your support, whether you, I guess, like me or not, I suppose. I don't know. It is what it is, kids. It is what it is. All right. GameStop is now down on the day. 118.21 is where it's at right now. The question will be, will the stock be attacked to the 108 level, which will be a 10% drop, or below? Can the shorters cause this stock to break $100 a share? I'm just telling you what I think they want to do. I'm not cheering it on. I'm just telling you, I think these guys want this stock to look really, really bad. And they have got to thank, if you're a shorter, you have got to thank the management of GameStop the other night during that conference call, because if you're a shorter and you were sitting on put contracts, you were cheering when that conference call lasted all of 20 minutes with no Q&A. Oh, they were happy to see that. That was a pure PR disaster of epic proportions. The shares had gone up to $198 a share when the financials had come out. They were about to crack $200 a share, and then management came out and blew it in front of the world financial media, completely screwed up their conference call, and the shares have paid a vicious, vicious price for this event. And the shorters are going, yeah, we were hoping these guys would blow it, and they did. And now they're just grinding the stock. Those of you who are corporate fans and believe in Mr. Cohen, I can tell you that it looks to me, with 8 directors leaving this company, I will bet you dollars to donuts that every one of the new directors will be Ryan Cohen sponsored to be on the board of directors, which tells me Mr. Cohen will control the board completely. And with his associates, they will now really start making changes. And so do not be surprised if we begin to notice more announcements after the, during coming to the meeting and after the meeting, of personnel changes, going all e-commerce, all the way e-commerce. This could be most interesting. We'll see what happens. Naz, thank you for this donation. I can't wait to get back to 40 and go on a buying spree. Well, the lower it gets, the cheaper it gets to buy, and the more people put away, the higher it can go on the other side. But right now, 116.96 is what I'm looking at, and it doesn't look pretty. Management, you didn't have to have this happen. You didn't have to have this happen at all. I'm even shocked this morning. There's no one from GameStop talking to Jim Cramer right now on the air, or David Faber. Those guys would give 10 minutes of primetime coverage right now for GameStop to just talk with management of the company right now, live. Now, no one is picking up the telephone at GameStop and being proactive. They're not doing a dang thing. I can't understand why not. The world media is dying to talk to you. They would love to ask you questions. You don't have to answer all the questions. You don't have to answer any of the questions that you can't answer. You don't have to put yourselves in any jeopardy by trying to, talk about something you're not authorized to talk about. But there's so much you guys could talk about to the market that the market is desperate to hear from the source itself. But it's just not happening. And I just sit here and go, I don't know what more I can do for you guys. This advice is free, and you're not doing anything, and you're losing $170 of market cap in 48 hours for no good reason. I don't know how you can afford to lose $170 of market cap times 70 million shares. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know of any lottery win that'll bail you out. I mean, the biggest lottery wins are $500 million or $800 million. You guys have pissed off or blown off or have evaporated. How much money here? $10, $12 billion has evaporated in market cap in a company. I don't know what more I have to. I don't know. Anyway, no, maybe not that much. Maybe it's $70 in market or $80 a share in market cap. I'm exaggerating a bit, but it's stunning. It's just stunning to me. This stock should be 250 right now. Should be 250. Should be $120 more a share right now, easily. That is about $10 billion. Very close to it. I mean, I feel like if you ever watched, those of you who are my age, you know. If you're younger than I am, you might not know this. But if you ever want to watch something crazy funny, and I find it hilarious, you go to YouTube and you enter a search for Saturday Night Live, the Hurley Boy. There used to be a skit between Adam Sandler and the big down by the river, that guy. Gosh, I can't remember his name. Chris Farley. Chris Farley and Adam Sandler used to do a skit called the Hurley Boy. And Sandler was this creepy little guy saying, "Hello, how are you?" And then there would be the father figure, which was Chris Farley. And Chris Farley would listen to this little guy begging for help, and then he would look at the camera and go, "Can't you help the boy? I mean, come on!" And then he would shake his head in disgust. That's how I feel. I feel like Chris Farley in the Hurley Boy, when this little Hurley Boy is asking for stuff. It is so absolutely juvenile, stupidly funny, and I love this kind of comedy. So if you get a chance, check out Chris Farley and Hurley Boy skits, where you're watching Chris Farley going, "The boy just wants to be loved." And I feel like that when I'm talking about GameStop. I'm just going, can't you guys just tell the market what they want to hear? You have what they want to hear. It's in your financial reports. Let the world. What do I have to do? I don't know. Oh my gosh, guys, girls, I try so hard to make it work. Anyway, Hardy was hilarious. He had issues, but he was hilarious. Bertie, can the hedgies extend the paying up process? Is there a deadline? You're the man. Bagel time yet? Bagel time later. Yeah, I don't know. I would hope so, but right now, the way this market is stacked, the way this market is operating, the way the SEC is ineffectual, the way brokerage firms can carry forward unbelievable amounts of stock without delivering. I don't know what to think. I really wonder. Alex, could the current CEO of GameStop, George Sherman, have relations with Citadel and Ken Griffin? I doubt it. I mean, what's in it for them? Forget about him. What's in it for them to have any kind of I really don't think so. Full auto. The SSR is no longer relevant as they're hiding the shorts. News broke last night, 4 a.m. Eastern, that this is a criminal management needs to step up and man up quick and decisive action. I'll tell you, Full Auto, I really wonder just when are we ever going to see the FBI step in for any of the nonsense that's been going on? Not that GameStop management should go to jail. I don't think so. I just think they're inept. Other than Cohen and a few of his people, I just think that these guys are inept. They're not able and capable of handling what's in front of them. And they didn't do what they were supposed to do, which is hire investor relations specialist consultants. That's what they should have been doing here. Jefferies, the brokerage firm Jefferies, blew it for these guys as well. They're their so-called broker bankers. Those guys should have been working with those guys. But it could be that maybe Sherman poo-pooed it, said, no, we're fine. I don't know. It could be that simple. Having a pork roll, egg, and cheese on an egg everything bagel to celebrate this discount we're getting, regardless of shorts. This stock will return to this price in the long run. I like the stock. Buy more. There you go. Support long-term right there. Oh my gosh. NEO, a great due diligence analyzed how GameStop could drop to 20. Wouldn't GameStop at this price bring many institutions and big money that it would instantly blow up? Look, the lower the shares get, I think there will be, like I said, there will be a point. I've been saying this now for a couple of days. There's going to be a point in time, and it's going to be a dollar value, not a moment on the clock, but there's going to be a dollar value of the stock where the stock will not drop anymore. And I don't know what that number is. Is it 120? Is it 113? Is it 100? Is it 60? Is it 150? There will be a number, a certain share price where the sellers can sell all they want and they can't move it down anymore, and the buyers will buy whatever you want to give. There will be a point, but I don't know. I still don't know. The last time that number came up was at 38.5 to about 50. Right in that range is where the sellers stood up, or the buyers, stood up and said, okay, sellers, hit us with your best shot. And a lot of you were asking me, is this the low? Should I buy now, Bruce? Is this at 40, 42? Is this it? Is this it? And I'm looking at it going, it looks like it's it, but I can't guarantee it, but it looks like it's it. And it was it. It was $38.50 to $50 was the line where the buyers were prepared to say, whatever you got, I'll take from you. And they got hit with a lot of stock. They really did. And they took all of it. And it ran up to 346, whatever. But here we are now at 122, 123. It has been as low as what, 116.90. It touched that ever so briefly. We've had 3.4 million trade today, a little more active than yesterday, maybe. This is where we're at. Is this the line? Is this just a temporary pause? Could the shares go from here to 145 now? Could they go from here back to the 120, 115 range, kind of muddle about and then take a dump in mid-afternoon to 99 or 89? Anything is possible, you guys. It's up to you out there to decide where is the line where I've had enough's enough. I'm buying up this stock, and that's the end of it. But I can tell you that, unfortunately for you guys, from what I've seen so far, from management, you're kind of on your own, because management just does not seem to have their act together. But I will say this, to be fair to all of you, management hasn't had their act together at all since December. Even then, Cohen stepped in and he did what he did. He became a board member with two guys, and he started hiring people because that, they did do that. Okay. And they are now hiring new people. I'll give them that. But from a PR point of view, public relations, investor relations angle, they're useless. They're it's a disaster. And I do not know. I I know that this happens in public companies and it can happen in private corporations. There are certain people that just don't get fired no matter how bad they are. Maybe they've got the ear of the boss, or maybe they've just, there's a history there. Maybe there's management that's reluctant to let certain people go. It can run the gamut. But as far as this guy is concerned, an outside observer looking in, to me, there is a glaring problem here with regards to the investor relations department that handles press releases and updates from this company, and especially handling a conference call of the greatest proportion known to mankind. My God, that was a massive blow, massive screw up. And I cannot understand why there are still people employed in that department. I just unless they were powerless, and unless the top guys said, no, we'll handle it. Well, you don't worry about it. We'll handle it. And they disregarded all the advice or all of the indications of what you should be doing. They totally ignored it all. That could have happened. And I will cut the PR guys, the investor relations funds guys, a break. But I'll tell you what, if I was an employee of the investor relations department and that happened to me and that call got blown, I would be walking right now. I'd be tendering my resignation and getting this company off my resume, because going forward, where can you go going forward with any kind of success, having been involved with this company with this disastrous telephone call? It doesn't look good. It really is sad. Oh my gosh, I'll tell you, I missed the opening. What if the RC wasn't welcomed? What if the directors were mismanaging GameStop and content time sharing the corporate jet? What if, you make a good point. Look, up until Cohen came in, it was the country club. It was the happy-go-lucky country club guys who were just kind of reactive. They were reacting to problems, and they were not getting anything accomplished. Now with Cohen coming in, it's proactive. Cohen is going, guys, I have a vision for this company. I own 13% of the stock. Anybody got more than I have? No. Okay, I'm going to call the shots now. And so I'm guessing maybe in the case of Mr. Cohen, the problem for him has been that it takes him 6 months to get control of this whole thing. And maybe we're into month 3 of a 6-month program where he ultimately runs this show. And maybe those of you who are in this stock, you're in really early with this guy, having just endeavored 2 crazy runs of the stock in the meantime, without him actually having full control of what he wants to do. That could be happening right now. Could absolutely be happening right now. I wouldn't doubt it. With 8 directors now leaving the company, it's telling me the purge is on and the purge is happening. And if it's Cohen doing it, more power to GameStop shareholders, because there's a new kid in town running the show here, and it's only a matter of a few more months of time for the shareholder meeting to be held and the vote to be done and the nominations to be processed and the, kicking out of the old and bringing in the new. Maybe that's exactly what's going on. And maybe, just maybe, those of you who are nibbling at this stock here, 122, 120, 115, 130 yesterday, 140, 150. All of you have been buying this stock for the last week. Maybe every single one of you are going to be going, boy, am I glad I bought this stuff. A year from now, you'd all be saying, whew, thank God I did what I did when I did it, because man, did things ever turn around once Cohen got full control of the company. Yeah, maybe this 121.80 stock price is the bargain deal going forward. But boy, is it tough to endure in the meantime, isn't it? Is this hard? Is this tough, psychologically torturous to handle this stress of why is a stock not doing anything with all this good news? Well, maybe we've broken it down and we know what the big picture is. Unfortunately, you can't change 8 directors overnight. You can't have your annual meeting this afternoon. You can't. It doesn't work like that. You got to do the formal notification of annual meeting. Out comes the documents, and every shareholder gets their opportunity to make a vote, and the brokers have to distribute all the stuff to their investors. And oh my gosh, it's legal. This is a part of being a public company. Full disclosure, it's what you got to do. So on the one hand, that's the pain in the ass. The good news, though, is those of you. Let me talk to you. I know. Sometimes you need to hear it from me, a little more intimately. So let me just show you my forehead in its full glory. Come on over here. Sometimes things happen in such a way that they're not obvious to most of us. We don't happen to notice a gift horse in the mouth when it's right in front of us, and we just don't recognize it right away. It's only after the fact that we go, oh, that's what that was. You mean to tell me when the shares went from 198 a share after the financial results came out, that we actually saw a snippet of what's to come for only about 15 minutes? We saw for 15 minutes what was going to happen in the big picture when the stock went all the way up to 198 in the aftermarket. And people were really excited. And they were saying, oh, this could go to 250 tonight. And it didn't, because guess who started the conference call, and who ran it and who didn't do the right job, right? So maybe, just maybe, we're in this little window of opportunity where, don't worry, my friends, certain people won't be around much longer anymore with respect to GameStop. And certain people are going to be in total control of GameStop. And they've already made a few moves that you've noticed. You've already noticed certain personnel changes. You've already noticed certain resignations. You've already noticed the numbers coming up on the e-commerce side. You've heard the story of someone personally picking up his telephone and calling a disgruntled customer, a director of a company, of a publicly traded company, calling a customer and offering them a full refund because they were a dissatisfied customer. You've heard this story. Get ready for perhaps more of this kind of attitude and overall, vibe, the way that's the way this company is going to go. But certain personnel have to be excused because the old school way of doing it is just not going to be acceptable for the future. And so maybe folks, come on a little closer. maybe this is it. Maybe this is the moment that you may want to consider buying this stuff. You might want to tuck it away and just say, the hell with everybody. I don't care what the market thinks. I don't care what Joe Kernan says on CNBC. I don't care what these other outfits are going to talk about. I know what's happening here, and I'm going to get in now, and I don't care what the stock does. I don't give a darn what anyone says, because in about 3 to 6 months from now, this entire company is going to be run in an entirely different way. And we're going to look back at days like this and go, wow, you remember how inept everything was? Remember how stupid everything was being done? What a difference this company is now. What an entirely different company. And you're going to notice probably, I think, possibly, more articles coming out that are going to talk about the fact that this company has completely changed out. Not only personnel-wise, but director level, totally different. Right from the top all the way down, there's a whole new attitude here. And it's exactly the exact attitude that the gamers are looking for and love and adore. And this company will grow the loyalty factor will just surge for these guys, which of course will make the stock go up, because the street is going to go, you can't shake people out of this company. You notice the similarity between Chewy and GameStop? You see a pet owner who deals with Chewy one time, they never talk to Amazon again. They don't want to buy pet food from Walmart ever again. They go back to Chewy every time, because once you're in the Chewy pet universe, you're in. Well, that's the Ryan Cohen way of doing business. This now could be the new normal for GameStop gamers. The difference is GameStop is 55 million people that are customers of theirs, and they've got their email address. 55 million online customers in-house now. They're going after the other 2.4 billion later. They're going after them. Trust me, they're going after them. All of them will be addicted to this company going forward. Just saying, that could be it. So today could be the day. This week could be the week. This month could be the month that you'll look back a year from now and go, oh man, I can't believe that I almost didn't buy this stuff. I can't believe I almost let it get away from me. Thank goodness Uncle Bruce was out there to kind of just let us know what the possibilities really are, because the company sure as heck isn't going to tell me, because they're unable to. And again, I don't want to be too critical of the investor relations department, because they might have their hands tied behind their back by superiors that they report to, who are the inept ones. And I'm not pointing fingers at any one individual, but you can kind of read between the lines, right? We saw that, or heard of, and witnessed the debacle on that conference call. But okay, maybe that will show us in the end just really what's going to happen going forward. Because if that's as bad as it's going to get, I think the opposite might be happening. We may be in the middle of a George Costanza moment where they're going to do the opposite going forward. And the opposite is going to work like a charm. All right. So that's my little chat. I noticed that while I'm yapping away, the stock is now 137 a share. I don't know if I had anything to do with it. I'm just saying to you folks, this is possibly the moment in time where everything changes, because the public, the investors, get it now. They figured it out. They go, you know what? Geez, he's right. This Cohen factor hasn't played itself out yet. There's a reason why 8 directors are resigning. He wants them out of there, and he wants his people in. Okay, so okay. That's enough for now. I don't want to get, I don't want to wake Jennifer up, and I don't want to upset the market out there. It's just between you and us, okay? Just so you know, that's what could be happening. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, 139 on the stock. Okay, we're back now. Okay, nothing to see here. The blood on the street is nothing to worry about. Don't worry. There's nothing going on here. Go about your business. Everything is fine. 139.37 on the stock, and there's nothing to worry about. It's all going to be fine. Everything's okay. 143 on the stock. Okay, it's just whatever. All right. I don't know. I'm just an old guy. I'm just old, and I'm out of touch, and I don't know what these letters mean. When people put up letters, I don't know what they mean. So obviously, I'm a moron, and I'm just a dreamer about the old days, and I should just retire into my little Airstream trailer somewhere in a trailer park, put on my flops and get my morning coat and walk a little puppy around or something. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you want me to do. I don't want to do that. I kind of like what I see here. I kind of like the excitement of the market. Gets my juices flowing. And when I see those neat logos, those neat emojis pop up on my chat, it just gets me all going. It's just fantastic. Thank you, all of you, for 3,400 thumbs ups today. Thank you for the 144 thumbs downs. You guys are helping my channel get promoted. If you really want to hate this channel, I mean, really want to hit the thumbs down button twice. That means that you really hate me. Okay, you hit it once and then hit it again, and wow, YouTube just goes crazy. I'll tell you that right now, unbelievable. Anyway, that's just me. We have 3,500 thumbs ups, 146 thumbs downs. I thank you very much. GameStop 139, 141, something like that. Volume on GameStop 6.2 million. AMC is at 981, up 79 cents. I'm happy to see that. The Dow is down 140. Better, actually, the best of the day, I guess. Or am I dreaming here? I think it's at the best level. Yeah, it's at its best level right now. And then S&P is down 5 points. Nasdaq is up 8. So it's a mixed opening, and it's not too bad. Here come the knee emojis. They're coming in. You can't stop the emoji. The knee emoji army. 142 on GameStop. This stock's just going to go higher because the knees are coming in. You can't stop this stock. Anyway, just got to share stuff with you guys to let you in on what's really going on out there so you get the real picture. But, maybe, just maybe, this whole thing that we witnessed could be the best thing that we've witnessed. Maybe this is the absolute signal to management, directors, the brokerage community, all of us as investors, that, what, GameStop, if you guys haven't figured it out now, the turning point has arrived. And maybe it's time to turn the page and move on to another level. And I'm excited. We're up $21 a share, which is great, but we're still down 40 from yesterday. Okay, let's not forget that. We're still down 40 bucks a share from yesterday's close, but it's a start. All right, it's a start. And so there you go. 6 something million shares or whatever it is now. 6.7 million traded. Bring it on. I say, bring it on. Bring it. And we'll see what's going on here. Did you hear about the Mormon Church? Did you hear about that? The Mormon Church bought a bunch of GameStop when it was back at was it 19 or 39 bucks? They made a bunch of money on GameStop. I don't know if they still have any, but I thought that was kind of interesting that the Mormon Church of, was it Latter-day Saints or something like that, bought a bunch of GameStop. Yeah, the power from above, I guess. I don't know. We'll take wherever we can get it. Anyway, there it is. AMC 985 hit a high of 994. Come on, AMC. A lot of my viewers own that stuff. Sure like to see that recover a little bit more. We'll hope for the best. Anyway, welcome to the channel. Welcome to your Uncle Bruce. Praise Jesus. That's right. I read that article. They bought the stock. Oh, they did. Praise, like butter, it's going up. Lots of volume. Yeah, Mormons like stocks. There you go. Resistance 136. There it is. It's futile. Resistance is futile. I must go higher. We'll see what happens. Oh my gosh. I don't know. You're going to see volatility on the stock. Of course, you're seeing it now. Maybe the sellers ran out of gas. Maybe a brokerage firm is calling in stock. I don't know. I mean, read into it all you want, but I think that in the next 90 days, we're going to see a lot of positive stuff for this company shares and beyond, because the new kids are in town running the show, and I think they're on the right track. Yes, I'm all green again. Media is dazed and confused. There you go. A good perspective on GameStop. It would be great if there were some winks, nods happening with GameStop and institutional investors. I appreciate the insight. And yes, time for the to go out here and run this market. Let's get going here. I'll tell you. Did you see the news reports of Citadel doing off-hour shorting to avoid having reported? Your thoughts? I have not seen that. Again, I don't know if that's real or made up. There's so many conspiracy type theories out there that are just running amok, and I don't know which one to believe and not to believe. I just look at the market and say, are there more buyers and sellers? That tells us everything. And right now, there are more buyers and sellers today because we're up 15, 16 bucks. Will it go higher? Yeah. Could it go to 150 today? Yeah. Could it go to 180 today? Yeah. Could it go to 100? Yep. It can do anything. It can do anything. It's a volatile stock. But those of you who pick this up and say, enough's enough, I'm buying this thing and I'm putting it away and I don't care what the shenanigans are. I know what the big picture is for this company. I've seen it. It started to come out in the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is telling me 2.1 billion in sales. The fact that it's a little short of analyst expectations, screw those guys. What analyst has ever been on the side of this company? None. And these guys analytics, they think they know this company. They don't know this company. They think this company's a brick and mortar company. They don't know anything about this company anymore. So the perception of, oh, the company's sales were just short of analyst expectations is bunk. I think there are 5 analysts that cover the stock. There should be 45 analysts covering this stock. Don't get sucked into that notion. It is pure crap, absolute crap. But I'll tell you, folks, there are lazy journalists out there, and I mean seriously lazy journalists out there, who will just regurgitate this news and just print it as fact, and that they call themselves deep dive people, that they're really into this thing. They're not. They're lazy as get up. They're just looking for an easy filler story, and they're going to jump on the we hate GameStop bandwagon. That's all it is. For those of you, though, who watch this and observe it like I do, you see the stock back off, buying opportunity. That's all it means. And you can thank these lazy ass guys for doing this to perpetuate this whole vibe of negativity towards the stock. It's giving you folks one more chance, maybe the last time, I don't know, but it's giving you a chance to pick up and steal some paper from unsuspecting sellers, whether they're shorters or whether there truly are people being shook out of the stock because they believe this garbage. They believe some of these analysts out there, or friends of analysts, or bot analysts, bot bloggers that are on the payroll of, guess who, the shorters. That's the deal. I don't know why. I do know why CNBC jumped on GameStop yesterday by saying, oh, they were short of expectations and there's a rumor of dilution of the company. They didn't mention that the short of analyst expectations was $5 million short of sales out of a 2.1 billion sale quarter. That's all it was. And it wasn't even a projection by the company. The company never said that they would have a sales number of exactly this amount of money. Never said a word. It was all made up. And this so-called dilution of the company, $100 million of stock can be issued by this company under an SEC filing they made with Jefferies last December. $100 million of stock, okay? At $200 a share, it's not a lot of stock. It's a smidgen. So there's no dilution at all to be worrying about. You want to talk about dilution, take a look at AMC's dilution, take a look at the cruise lines dilution, take a look at the airlines. That's dilution. That's serious 30, 40, 50% dilution, all right? This company here, they issue 1 million shares right now at $136 a share. That's $136 million in money. They can't even issue 1 million shares right now. That's how little we're talking about. A 70 million share company hasn't got the clearance under that filing to even issue 1 million shares. Dilution? What are you talking about? I mean, come on. So yeah, it is just pathetic, absolutely pathetic coverage being done by so-called professionals who know a lot better. But you gotta wonder, people accusing me of being a shill. How about them being a shill? How many of these public entities, these reporting entities, are being paid under the table to smear these guys? Unbelievable. And folks, you've got to decide for yourselves, how are you going to handle it? Are you going to take it or not? And how are you going to take it? That's all I can do for you. Anyway, 136, 137. The high trade here was 143.88 on this little surge, and Glad to see it. I don't know if I had anything to do with it, but I'm glad to see it. The other shares have had a bit of a surge. Happy. The Dow is down 118 points, and the S&P is down 6. NASDAQ is down 3. We are flat. Okay, we're flat. Now, this is a good sign because the Dow was lower at the opening, has now come back up to this level. Still down 120, though, on the Dow. But the other markets have gone flat or slightly ahead. The NASDAQ's now up 2 points. So, all right, we'll see what happens with this. 139 on GameStop. Welcome back to the 140s. Nice to see you. Caffeine-free Diet Coke and a Bagels with Bruce mug. You can't beat this. This is the way to go. Cheers, all of you out there who are now drinking coffee every morning with me. I'm drinking my caffeine-free cola now. You're drinking with me out of your coffee mug and wearing your hoodie or your sweatshirt or your T-shirt. God bless every one of you. Thank you so much for finding my store on Redbubble. Nobody else's store. My store. Placing orders for this merchandise. I keep getting the confirmations from Redbubble, and I cannot believe it. The UK, Germany, Canada, the United States, Australia, orders coming from around the world into Redbubble. They're handling all the orders. They're global themselves. They can handle any order anywhere you live. You don't get duties and all that stuff to worry about. And if you are charged duties, you contact them and they reverse the charges. They take care of the customer. I love those guys. They use my logo and distribute it for me, and I get a royalty every time you order something. It's so easy for me. I can't foul it up. Thank you, all of you who've been picking up merchandise from the Redbubble store. You guys just make my life better every time you turn it around. We're at 3,900 thumbs ups. Come on, you guys. We should be at 5,000 right now. We got 150 down. We got to get those guys to hit the thumbs button twice. You hate me? Hit the thumbs down button twice. We're at 3,900 up, 151 on the down dip. Let's get going. The shares are coming up on GameStop. Let's see if they've got any momentum to them. Hopefully, AMC will have a run today, too. Let's get going. Thank you, new members coming into this channel. Love you guys. Appreciate you joining us here. Thank you for hitting all those new emojis we're putting up for you. Absolutely exciting stuff going on. Let's keep it going. We've got a whole lot of work to do. We got a whole lot of money to make, you know. Michelle, my bell. Oh, yes, I'm all green again. Thank you all. A couple more members coming in right now. Absolutely fantastic. Andrew, thank you for this donation. Did you see Jim Cramer's reaction to the report when he was on Squawk Box? He admitted it was dumb to short it at 15, and the look on his face was lovely. Yeah, it was kind of stupid to be short at even 5. It was idiotic to hold the short position of 70 million short at 5. And they were. Pat Dees, thank you for becoming a member of this channel. Love you. Thank you so much. Who else came in here? Somebody else came in here. I'm watching. Jeff, IPOE is up. Thanks for the tip. It is at 49 cents, down 49 cents to 15.99. But it is going to have a run. I think it's going to have a nice run. Hang in there. 16.40 for the high today. Watch that one. IPOE. I think you can make some money on this one. Jason, thank you, Jason. Jason Soda becoming a member. Buddy, with you here, this channel can do no wrong. Absolutely beautiful. That is fabulous, guys. Come on in here. Take a look at interest rate, borrowing rates. They have increased to 1.3% on GameStop, almost doubled. Well, I don't know if that means much, but whatever. Frederick, hey, Bruce, should we be worried about GameStop issuing more shares? No, we shouldn't. It's not a big deal at all. Retail investors should flood the SEC enforcement on Twitter. 1 million complaints might shine a light on the hedge funds shenanigans that are going on. Well, again, you know, I sometimes you got the wolves guarding the henhouse, and maybe that's what this is. I hate to be so critical of the SEC, but this could be exactly the problem, that the industry boys have got the appointments made over there, and they're friends in high places. They're afraid of nobody. How do I become a member? Big Boy Living wants to know. It's easy to become a member of this channel. You use your iPhone and push it towards desktop mode. If you don't know how to do that, go on an iPad and find my channel there through YouTube. You'll find the join button right about here somewhere beside the subscribe button. And hit both of those, and make sure you hit the bell notification icon too, so you'll get alerts every time I go live and every time I do a video. Absolutely be on top of this channel if you can, and we'll try to keep you posted on what's going on and what they're doing. You know, sometimes it's kind of goofy, but that is the way this market goes sometimes, kids. It just is the way it is. Good to see some up volume on GameStop. It's about time. It was certainly oversold yesterday. It is still way oversold right now. This stock should be nowhere near here with the prospects it has. But what can I say? You get management who don't know how to handle a conference call. You get an investor relations department that is either inept or unable to do their job, being overpowered by other people who don't know what they're doing. I don't know. But we're at 8.6 million in volume on GameStop at 133 a share, up 12.80. And this stock should be a whole lot higher than that. They have not issued any stock to survive the pandemic that unlike other companies who have issued hundreds of millions of shares to survive. This is just it. What can I say, guys? I'm doing the best I can here, following it the best I can. And that's just the way it's going. Shenanigans, says Colin. That's right. You are the man, says Ricardo. Pat, just listen to Bruce. Don't call the SEC. They will shut trading down on GameStop. We don't do that. He knows this stuff. If you want to sell right now, then maybe you should, because this stock probably isn't for you. Hey, it's up to you guys. It's crazy, ripping off millions in the light of day for months, and they have the Bloomberg terminal picks and receipts. No one cares. He calms us every day. What can I say? Wow. Yeah, here, you can become a member through the web browsers, not the app or the blower on iPhone. There's ways to become members of this channel. It just needs a little bit of attempt, a little bit of shenanigan movement, and you can do it. Buy the dips. Absolutely. We simply attempt to be fearful. Others are greedy, and to be greedy only when the others are fearful. There you go. Yeah, if you're nervous, get out of town. But otherwise, stick around, have some fun. We're going to have some fun here. This GameStop thing really brings to light why Elon hates and fights the short sellers so much. I get the dude. You know why Elon has got a really good investor relations department. The perfect investor relations department is at Tesla. It's over there. The GameStop would be wise to steal some of those people somehow, or contact those folks and have them recommend some people for GameStop, because they know what it takes and what you need to do to take care of this market. Oh my gosh, I don't know. What can I say? Anyway, what can I say? Thank you, all of you, for being here. Appreciate that. $200 shares and adding every single dip. There you go. Knowledge is power. There you go. Don't be surprised if they release more of their vision going forward in another way. They know an earnings call is not the way most would appreciate, perhaps. Poop, man, I was going to buy 118, but the light turned green. By the time I could safely buy, it was in the 130s. Universe is testing me today. I accept the challenge. The old razzle dazzle. Did Mr. Cohen speak during the financial release? I don't know. I don't know if he said a word. I have no idea. Brucey, Brownstone Research predicted the NASDAQ would be very choppy for the big breakout in tech stocks in the near future. Any thoughts on this? They could be right. They could be wrong, but I don't know. I don't know. Bruce, can't a disaster like the conference call the other day give Cohen the ammunition he needs? This could be exactly what's happened. But I think that these 8 people leaving has already been happening, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe Mr. Cohen is just sitting there with his arms folded going, I just got to wait this thing out. And we'll have this. We'll take care of this. I just got to wait this thing out. But he can't say that. He can't tell you. He can't tell me. But he's saying it to himself, going, "Yeah, I know. We got going on. What's going on here? We got people doing what they're doing. But the changes are about to come. The annual meeting is going to be held. The directors will be turned over. I got my list of the new directors. Don't worry. As soon as that's in place, I got the votes. And the changes will come. Don't worry. The changes will come. Well, that could be it. That could be exactly what's going on. And he can't say anything. He can't officially say. I'm just saying. I invite you all to check out GameStop reviews. You admin employees on Glassdoor underscores everything Bruce says about management, aloof and inept. Tell you, there could be some big changes coming up. Here, Mr. Cohen isn't allowed to speak until 2022 is agreed upon coming in. Maybe that's it. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just saying, the day is coming, and it's going to be a big, but by the time the day comes, it's too late. You missed it. You missed your chance to get in here. By the time the street figures out what the street is going to figure out, this stock isn't going to be here anymore. And that could be it. I'm just saying. And the mainstream media coverage on GameStop is horrendous. They're saying anything that can be protect their corporate overlords and make the GameStop look incompetent. That says it all right there. Just give Ryan some time. Yeah, just give him some time. Yep. He can't tell you, he can't tell me, but he can call customers having issues with the orders. He's already making an impact. Hey, Uncle B, why does my portfolio look exactly like GameStop? Oh, man, he didn't enter this without a big idea in mind. That's right. Why would a guy spend $76 million of his own money buying a stock starting at like $4 or $5 a share that's been a dog for years, and buy it all the way up to $16, get 9 million shares? Why would he do that? Why would he drop that kind of money to buy 13% of the stock? Because he's a moron? No, that's not the answer. I've answered it for you. That's not the answer. He's not a moron. He's got a plan. And the plan was, we're going to shake things up here, and I'm going to turn this company around and make some serious money with this stock. Yeah, that's the plan. And I'm going to bring people in with me, and he did. He brought in 2 directors with him to immediately put 3 of them on the board right now. Then the plan was, we're going to get rid of some of these guys. There's changes coming. 8 of you are out of here. Sure enough, the resignation letters are in. Okay, that means 8 new. That means 8 plus the 3 gives them 11 votes on the board that are all looking Mr. Cohen going, what do you want us to do? What do you want to do? A whole bunch of changes are coming. A whole bunch of changes. Yes, indeed. Billy Evans, Bruce, please answer my super chat question. You got to help me out, man. Help me out. What was the question? I was on a rant there. You may not have noticed. I was a little busy. Billy, what was the question, Billy? Tell us, Bill. Give us the question. Billy asked, can 2 big players sell and buy, say, 10 million shares back and forth, dropping the price of their limit buy because the price dropped falsely on low volume? Can 2 players sell and buy a whole bunch of stock back and forth to try to create this thing? They could try to play games like that, but they might be convicted in a court of law for trading violations. I don't know if they'd be convicted in a court of law, but they could be. They could be charged with it. People have gone to jail for less than that. But again, it depends who the marshal is, right? Who's the sheriff? Who's the sheriff in town? Who's going to do the arresting? Who's going to do the prosecution? I don't know. Is it Perry Mason? What? We'll see, my friend. Billy, that's a good question, and that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on. We'll see what's going on. Appreciate you making a donation and asking me that question. I'm sorry I couldn't get it to you earlier. Edwin has become a member of this channel. Look out. Edwin's in the house. Get out of the way. He's here. 135 on the stock. Will we go higher? It could well go much higher today. We're going to follow this very closely. As you know, I will follow this very closely. Ryan is here too. We got Edwin here. Now we got Ryan here. I mean, it's over, folks. This stock's going higher. These guys have become members. Watch out. That's it. SEC is worthless. Might as well get rid of the entire organization. Start from scratch. Yes, sir. Thank you. Billy, thank you, buddy. Ryan, it's either a free market cough or it is not. Will the SEC does the right thing? What do you say, Uncle Bruce? Ryan Army. We'll find out what's going on. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Everyone's welcoming everybody else. Eric Clapton shot the sheriff. That's the problem right there. Buy and hold. 200 shall. I'm now debt-free and some. Please read my question, Bruce. Colin, if you did something that made $10 million and got fined $1 million, wouldn't it make sense to just do it and pay the fine? Huh? Yeah, how about that, right? You get a slap on the wrist for making gazillions of dollars. What do you care about getting slapped on the wrist? I mean, yeah, kind of make you wonder, right? Edwin, you're welcome to the club. You're in, man. You're in the show. You're here. Nicholas, Bruce, do you know anything about inverse stocks such as SQQQs? Not really. I know that there are inverse ETFs that go down when the market goes up, and they go up when the market goes down. And then there are ETFs that do inverse trading in certain segments and all that. But I don't follow it very closely. It hasn't been the market darling that people thought it would be, and I don't bother with it. It's a very small piece of the action. Made with Salt TV is in this house as a member of this channel, and I thank you and I welcome you in. Nice to have you here, and let's make some money, you guys. Yeah, here we go. We need more than fines. We need prison time and licenses revoked. That's right. end of careers would be the punishment that will wake people up. Ryan, Bruce, if you were running the show, what would you have done with the call? Oh gosh, I talked about this. I talked about this last Friday. Then I talked about it on Monday, all day Tuesday. I talked about this, about how they would have had coaching sessions where they would have hired professionals from the outside to coach these guys on how to do it. They would have even gone so far as to hire a spokesman for the company to present the deal on behalf of the chairman. If the chairman is inept, if the president, CEO is inept in front of cameras, microphones, you then put someone in front that is not inept. And they will say what you want them to say. And you will work with the investor relations department to put the script, give this guy or girl a script to read and rehearse it so that when they deliver it, it's just a beautiful flowing little speech, just chock full of good stuff. Makes the stock market go, whoa, this is great. That's what you do. But oh no, it didn't work out. It didn't work out. KN, GameStop is my savings account now, broke otherwise. Am I scared? Here's $5. I'm used to ramen. You are the best. See, that's the thing about billionaires and millionaires. They don't understand about poor people. Is poor people know how to survive as poor people. Millionaires don't. They forget. They're in this good life, and they don't understand what it's like minute to minute. Especially children of millionaires have no idea how to get by on nothing. Those who got nothing can't lose nothing. It's a simple philosophy, but it works. And the more investors that pick this stuff up and put it away, they'll wait it out until the payday comes. And when the payday comes, it's a big time payday. Anyway, there you go. Darren, to make it easier to become a member, add a join link in the video description, like the one on the traveling channel that's already there. It allows people to join on the web. Android, just click join. I thought I had one on my description. I thought there is one down there. I thought that I'll have to look into that. We'll figure it out. We'll try to make it as easy as possible. It used to be so much easier. It's not that easy anymore. The life has become very difficult, very complicated. But thank you, all of you, for joining this channel and coming in here, joining me and hanging out. I love it. Brucey, what kind of exit strat is solid for those SPACs after they merge or way after? Oh, definitely after. Definitely after. Let the companies talk. Let them do what DraftKings has done. DraftKings did the merger 6-7 months ago. They're what, at $68-70 a share. I mean, there's a return. Nice. And they keep coming up with news all the time. They're going higher. They're going to go higher. So let these SPACs do that for you, and you'll be very happy. I'm sure you'll be very happy. We've got Mata Kushka. Let's be honest. How enthusiastic can you be on a heavily shorted bridge call when your job is dangling in front of you if you're not already gone? Well, again, I just, this is an $8 billion debacle that shouldn't be happening. Maybe it's not $8 billion anymore, but it sure was awful. Craig, Citadel, 1.6 million short position. Let's discuss that. The elephant in the room. Glenn Bear, a toast to you, Bruce, for the perspective on GameStop. What measures do you use to evaluate dilution? Share to book or price to book, PE, others, Tesla, PE 1,022, GameStop is 10. It varies. It depends on the state of the company more normally. I mean, normally you look at a company like Amazon 20 years ago. I remember being in the Cayman Islands in 1998, 99. We were watching Amazon, and it was trading it wasn't making any money. And it was trading at hundreds of dollars a share, and they weren't making any money. And people are going, why is this stock trading at hundreds of dollars a share? They don't make any money. And it was like every week, every month, every year for years, this was being asked. And the stock was at 200, then it went to 300. And brokers, analysts are saying it's going to 500 a share. It's going to 600 a share. And people are saying, why would this company go to 600 a share? They don't make any money. Because the analyst said that this company is evolving and it's becoming this e-commerce powerhouse. and it will become the dominant player in that space. And people are going, you're nuts. You don't know what you're talking about. No way. They're not going to knock Kmart off the top of the list. They're not going to knock Simpson Sears out of business. J.C. Penney will crush these guys. Oops, 20 years later, where are these companies? Amazon is here at $3,000 a share. They're into everything. GameStop, same thing. People are saying, why is the stock trading at these prices? It's stupid. It's crazy. It's not worth $136.25 a share. Maybe not today, but it's going to be worth a lot more than that tomorrow. Watch out. What's coming here? And that's how these stocks go. Stocks trade on future anticipated prospects and success, corporate success. GameStop, a year or two from now, you're not going to recognize this company anymore. You're not going to recognize the management. You're not going to recognize the board of directors. You're not going to recognize the senior level of management inside the corporation. You're not going to recognize the business plan. You're not going to recognize the numbers they're making. You're not going to recognize the stock price. You're going to go, what happened to that $136 stock company, brick mortar, blockbuster failure company? Where is it? It's not here anymore. It left town a long time ago. There's a whole new cast of characters, and it's got a whole new deal. Oh, and the shares are way up there. They're way up there now. Yeah, you had your chance at 136. You blew it. You didn't buy it. Sorry. There you go. Glenn, I like to evaluate this stuff on where the company is at and where it's headed. And I'm looking at this GameStop filing that was made back in December for $100 million of stock. I get it, because back in November, the company was worth $400 million. That was the whole value of the company. Took all the stock, multiplied the stock price by how many shares are existing. It was a $400 million company. $100 million funding was a big deal back then. Not now. 100 million now, not even 1 million shares. I mean, come on. There's no dilution happening here. I don't think they're going to issue stock down here. I think they're going to issue stock a lot higher. If they do any, they're going to raise billions, not millions. Big changes coming, kids. Big changes. Anyway, that's just this old guy. What do I know? I'm old. I don't know anything. Scott, is there any advantage in holding GameStop over GS2C Frankfurt? Wondering how selling that below my average cost to pick up GameStop. Of course, that stock trades in euros. GameStop trades in dollars. So you have to factor in the euro exchange rate when you do. Keep that in mind. It might be very close. I don't know. There's no difference. It's one versus the other. If the shares are going to $1,000, they'll trade higher in Frankfurt too. Bill, I never received your email on stocks you like. Also, Citadel, etc., is using dark pool to hide stock transactions, billions of shares. Look, those of you out there, is a good. I'm glad, Bill. I'm really glad you asked this question about not getting the notice. You got to understand something, guys. If you get news and you watch everything through this, all right, it's possible that quite a number of you out there have set your phones in your settings to block content and announcements and certain messages from the YouTube app. You have to look into that. You got to go into your settings and allow alerts from the YouTube to come in, because my message to all members about the IPOE stock that I was talking about yesterday and today went through the app and went through the YouTube system. It wasn't a personal email from me to you. It was through the YouTube community restricted to members only system, because YouTube is how you became a member. That's how you got in here. So check your phone settings to make sure, and on your iPads as well, to make sure that you allow messages in from YouTube without restriction. That could be holding you up. Some of you out there have hit the bell notification icon when you subscribe to my channel, but you're not getting alerts. And you're wondering, why don't I get alerts from this guy? This guy is lying to me. He said if I hit the bell, I'll get alerts. I don't get any alerts because your phone is likely turned off or denies messaging to come through the YouTube app to your phone. That could be what's happening to you guys. And so look into that and see if that fixes the problem, because YouTube is sending out the message. When I do an alert for my members, YouTube is sending it out. That's who's doing it. So look into that, okay? Just double check. I have notifications blocked. Thank you. YouTube notifications, go to Bruce's channel, select community. It's behind the bell notification. Email yesterday from Bruce was in my social tab because it's from YouTube +1. Check it out. Go to Bruce's channel, select community. Guy comes on in the air, same time every day. Why do we need an alert? Why? God, there you go. And you go on your channel, there's somewhere a bell that can be changed to show everything Uncle Bruce posts. That was mine problem. Set your own alarm. Diamond, never be afraid to ask questions. Questions are the only way we learn and verify information on what we think we know. Question everything and truly learn how things actually work. Yes, I got my notification midday. It was great. Thank you, everybody. He literally goes live exact times every time. Yeah, but sometimes I might go live in the middle of the night sometime. Maybe I can't sleep. Maybe I'm lonely. Maybe I need to talk to somebody. Maybe I need you to talk to. Have you thought of that? You maybe should have that alert going just in case I need your help. 140 on GameStop. Maybe the stock goes up $100 in Frankfurt overnight, and I come on the air at 2 in the morning. You don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't sleep. Do you sleep? Who sleeps? I mean, come on. 141 on GameStop. What is happening? It's moving up. That's what's happening. More buyers and sellers. It will be listed. It will be listed there, even if you're not notified directly. People are laughing out loud. Totally agree. I'm wrong though. Nope. Bruce, we got all kinds of comments and messages coming here. Thank you guys. Bruce, we need a bagel. We need a bagel bad. I want to rock, man. You got to have a bagel. 140, 141, 142 now on the stock. 142 on the stock. Bruce, I love the channel. Do you have any thoughts on RR.L as a company going forward? I don't know what that is. Cavalier, imagine if GameStop was an e-cafe with a name, game building station, all store items, 100% e-commerce. Amazing venture. People will probably be purchased by Amazon at that point. It could be. Hi, Bruce. Loving the channel. Do you have any thoughts on that? I don't know. Dan, the show is awesome. Thank you so much. Cav, I don't know if Amazon would ever buy it. Give us midnight lives. Give us midnight. Go live at midnight. Buy and hold. Going up. A 141, 142 range is what we've been doing here. We're coming on again. I think it's the high of the day. Or is that close to the high of the day? High 143.88. We're getting there. Volume 10.6 million, higher than yesterday. More buyer, more activity at this time of the day than yesterday at this time of the day. Very interesting. All right, let's see what we have going on here. What a day we're having. GameStop, Moon, love it. 140 like butter. Craig, Bruce, Research Citadel, Game Shorts. We need info. Wait, your biological clocks aren't waking you up minutes before Bruce's stream starts? What's wrong with you people? Aren't your biological clocks set to Bruce time? What's happening out there? 142.56 on the stock. Let's see. Uncle, please read my post. Guys, Senpai noticed me. Buy and hold. Bruce isn't allowed to rest. Bruce, just call me, maybe. Call me. Unluckily, if you didn't buy at the dip. Here we go, baby. We're going again. 143.38. I think it's a new high coming up here. Sleep is so overrated. In Gmail, it's called social media. I'm here to randomly go, nee. Maybe you got to go knee. More of those knees right now. 144.49. It's knee time. Oscar, knee. It's going higher, headed out. See you all closing out. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Pat Dees, thank you for coming by today. Glitch Fizz, buy and hold. We're going higher. Lego my ego. 145.80. Think we're going to 146. It's going up. It's up $25. The go at CNBC. They must be going nuts. They can't stand it. It's really moving. Says, oh my, you know who? Welcome everybody. I sit here like 7:30 some days, and I'm making my coffee hot. I just watch people drip in here. JC, Bruce, why you're not talking about yesterday's news regarding Citadel into the shorts for billions? I already talked about this. We kind of covered some of this already. We're covering all kinds of stuff here. We're watching the stock go higher. 145, 146. Woohoo! AMC 1042 up $1.40. Thank goodness for that. Something, any kind of good news for AMC, please. Our friend Trey, he needs help. Trey's, that stock's got to go up for Trey. Come on, man, make that stock go up, somebody. I don't know. Kevin O'Connor, can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. I want to believe in RC. I got 10 more shares. Are you a bit hyper, Brucey? Me? Hyper? What? No. Oh, come on now. Don't be silly. I'm just sitting here relaxing, talking about the happy day we're having here. Bruce, I stupidly had a stop loss on some of my positions in GameStop that were automatically triggered yesterday at 120. Whilst I was working. Now I'm gutted. I've gone from 77 to 27. You don't want to be doing that right now. You don't want to be doing that. Oh, my gosh. Designed for students. Did some diligence on Bruce's secret stonk, and I bought 400 that day. My 20 GameStop shares were lonely. Oh my gosh. Trey. Oh my gosh, Trey. Eat that bagel. Bruce is caffeine free. Plot twist. GameStop is marketing scheme for Bloomberg terminals. 142.60. I'm showing here. 142.65. Very active, very interesting. Volume now of 11.6 million on GameStop. AMC 1036 last trade, up $1.29, volume 39.3 million. Good to see both of these shares popping up a little bit. The Dow down 235, so the markets are red. These two stocks are up. S&P down 23, NASDAQ down 99. Look at that. Negative on the big boards, positive on GameStop, AMC right now. Got to be driving CNBC up the wall with frustration. What can I say? I'm crazy. Made with salt. Stock markets with Bruce. It's because yesterday was bad market, also rainy. Typically down stock prices with rain. Today, hot and humid, ready for huge positions. Okay, Bruce, I'm doing celebration hip thrusts. Let's go. I'm not sure about the imagery there. Buy and hold, paper hands, 142.60, 142.94. We're going higher. Looks like Cav, a Spieler TV, Gordon Gecko. He's just one of world's best aluminum foil retailer. Okay. Eric, Stock Market Bruce, how can there be more buyers than sellers? If sellers need buyers to finalize a trade, please answer this instead of shouting. I'm just saying the buyers are more eager to buy than sellers are eager to sell. And so the market is going up. That's really what it is. You just got more people wanting to get stock than wanting to offload stock. You're going to have a higher price, because the higher the price goes, the more sellers you might attract. That's all it is. 143.97. Is a 144 barrier here? Is that really what's going on? We've been to 147, so I don't know if there's really a barrier at 144. Let's see. Watching it. Anyway, there you go. We're moving higher. Eddie Murphy in Trading Places. Yes, Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd walking to the floor of the commodities exchange when it used to be in New York. Great scene of the movie. Explained to them how the market works. Beautiful. I love that. The Purple Zero has become a YouTube member of this channel. Right on. Purple Zero, welcome to the club here. Wolfgang, looking at GameStop graph, the dip recover looks pretty good. 144.50, now 142.50. We're jumping around here on the stock. Anyway, I woke up worried that I missed the sale, but nope, I didn't. Love that movie. Nick, thank you. Remind me what it was yesterday. Welcome, people. We're up 20% on GameStop today. Stock markets with Bruce. The wall is 1,600 a share. There's a sell wall there, or is it or 1,600 shares at 146? I don't know if that'll stop this market. We'll see. 142.74 volume, 11.8 million so far today. Running around here, 142, 143 right now. Okay, 1.3 at 146. Okay, definitely regretting not selling Alpha and Sandile and BB yesterday. Let her rip, loving it. Jamie Lee Curtis, that was a great movie. That was a lot of fun. Loved it when they got on the floor and all the shenanigans of the floor. That was a lot of fun too. The old days, the old 1980 range, man, that was a long time ago. Charles Steidler has become a member of this channel. Charles, welcome to the gang. Welcome to the group here. You're among some good people here, and appreciate you coming by to join us. And I hope you have as much fun as we're having already. Love all you guys for popping in. Fantastic. Thank you, all of you. We are rolling right along here. How are we doing for thumbs ups now? 4,300 thumbs ups, 181 on the downside. If you really hate this channel, hit the thumbs button twice. Hit it twice to really tell YouTube you hate us. We're at 6,200 folks here right now. It's 4,300 thumbs ups. We could sure use some more from the 6,300 that are here. Come on, folks, throw up those thumbs up. Let's go. But we got a good ratio, more than 20-1 on the upside versus downside. Remember, if you hate the channel, hit the thumbs down button twice. That really tells YouTube you hate this channel. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Fantastic participation today. What do we got here? We got something going on here. Oh, this is interesting. YouTube, just want to let you guys know, Redbubble just made an announcement that says 15% off site-wide for orders on Redbubble. Use the code MAGIC15, MAGIC15 at checkout. And apparently it looks like it might be, it could be on everything. I'm not sure. You'll have to double check that when you get onto the Redbubble site. If you're going to pick anything up of mine today, Redbubble has a 15% off sale apparently on Redbubble products. So, you know, you buy 4 of these anyway, you get a discount. Now you get 15% off, even just one item. Hey, it might be your chance. Just mentioning it. I just saw the email pop up there. Let's see what happens. Again, thank you everybody for coming through here, joining this channel. Bojack, thank you for becoming a member, man. This is great. Charles, of course, thank you. Love you guys. The Purple Zone, Purple Zero, thank you guys for joining up and coming in here. Those of you making donations, of course, always. I always thank you, of course. 141.78 on GameStop, up $21 a share. We were down 60 yesterday. We got 40 more to go before we forgive anybody. We got a ways to go yet, but let's see what we can do. The Dow is down 266, not having a good day. Down 0.8% though, not even 1%. S&P down 25, down 2/3 of a point. NASDAQ down 112 points, 0.87 of a percentage point. Oil down 229 a barrel, 58.89. Oil is down 229 a barrel. Very interesting to see that. There were some brokerage firms and analysts calling for $75 barrel of oil. I don't see how that's possible. There is so much shut-in oil in the U.S. that'll come online in a minute. I don't know how that's possible. Too much oil waiting to come to market. But who am I to argue with some of the brains of the world when it comes to oil pricing? But I tell you, there's a ton of oil out there. 58.80 a barrel right now. Jen is up and moving. Ooh, it's exciting.
So are you saying that you're pinky and not the brain?
Are you saying, she's saying, are you saying you're pinky and not the brain? I'm not sure how to react to that. I'm not sure what to do. Jen is pouring some water for tea. She's going to make herself some tea because she has tea every morning. I used to make her tea every morning before this channel took off. There used to be, my routine would be that I would make tea every day for her, bring her her cup of tea in the bedroom. But since you guys make me get up at 3 in the morning now and go live at 5:30 my time, I can't make her tea anymore because I'm here. So she has to get up, make her own tea. But she does, because she knows who I'm hanging out with. I'm hanging out with friends, hanging out with good people. So she forgives me. She forgives you. It's okay. But what can I say? On the weekends, I try to make her tea. But even that is not easy because I have these one-on-one sessions. And I start at 7 in the morning my time with one-on-one sessions. Any of you want to hang out with me for an hour on Saturdays or Sundays, I'm available for 1 hour at a time at $400 US an hour. If you want to have a one-on-one session to go over your life, investments, what you're going to do, what you should be doing, try not to make mistakes, you send me a private email and say, Bruce, I want to have a one-on-one with you. Here's the email. When can you fit me in on a Saturday or a Sunday going forward? And I'll take a look at the calendar and I'll tell you, how about this date? And if you like it, you can book it and we'll take care of you. So there you go. So Saturdays and Sundays, I start at 10 in the morning Eastern time with one-on-one sessions. And I do them at 10 Eastern, 12 Eastern, 2 Eastern, and 4 Eastern. I usually do 4 on Saturdays, 4 on Sundays, and then I take the rest of the weekend off. Because I need rest because I'm on Monday to Friday here with you guys. So if you'd like to do a one-on-one, send me a private email and we'll try and set you up. How about that? James, the K for your certified Jen, the KU for your certified top tip, Yorkshire tea bags are best you can get. Yorkshire tea bag. Some people actually send Jennifer tea in the mail. We actually get greeting cards that have tea bags in there, in their own little bag. And she appreciates it. What she likes the caffeine-free teas, as opposed to caffeinated teas, because she doesn't like to get the shakes.
Not herbal, caffeine-free.
Not herbal, caffeine free, not herbal, caffeine free. There you go. How you doing, Jen?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm busy. I had a one-on-one chat with the gang today
Did you?
where I got really close to the camera. We were sitting at about, I don't know,
You did a full pour.
we're about 120 a share, something like that. We weren't going anywhere. And I had this one-on-one little chat, and wouldn't you know it, the shares are now at 140, 166.
And that's, I was asking if it even needs a bagel. A bagel?
A bagel.
Or a bagel.
You need a bagel. They went
I'll
to
bring
one.
a dog instead of a bagel.
What can I say? They went to 147 already today. So we've got a bit of recovery going on. But I was having a one-on-one with the gang to kind of talk about things. And what can I say? Anyway, just do it, Bruce. It's fine. Thank you, Bruce. 145 a share now. GameStop. Bagel. We're breaking his marriage apart. They're saying. I can't get away. You won't let me go. Thank you, Cav O'Leary. Shout out Jen for making her own tea. Sorry, Jen. Hi, Jen. Hiya, fellow children of Uncle Bruce. Apes of a feather flock together. All kinds of comments here.
I get a shout out for making my own tea. That's pretty sad.
That's pretty. That's what this channel is all about.
My bar is pretty low.
Pretty low. They love Jen when she makes her own tea. What can I say? So today is bagel day. It's bagel time. What kind of bagel am I going to have today? I am thinking, do we still have some cold cuts left?
Yes.
Oh, maybe I'll have one of those assorted cold cut bagels today. Nicely toasted bagel with the cold cuts.
Did you want cheese but no egg?
Oh yeah. No egg as well. No, just the cold cuts and
big old slab of lettuce.
No lettuce. That'll gunk up the works. Maybe a slice of cheese if possible. Okay. And nicely toasted, crispy bagel with
honey
butter.
Mustard mayo in there.
Ooh, maybe some butter and then honey mustard mayo for flavor. Ooh.
How about no butter and just the honey mustard mayonnaise? You can't have mayo and butter.
I guess we could do that. Okay.
Or do you just want regular old mustard?
Oh no, not regular old mustard. No. All right, there we go. Oh, we're on it. It's happening. Oh, it's so happening. Oh man, this is good stuff. Fantastic, guys. Fantastic. John Van, you're getting in trouble there. You're getting in big. I'm not even reading it, John, because you could get into big trouble. My hubby just got up, said good morning, Bruce, after hearing you. Love it. Hello, hubby. Hello, Danielle. Guys, wake up in the morning, make your gal a coffee or a tea. It goes a long way to keep from getting hit. Nirav, I listened to Confessions of a Market Maker podcast, recommended all noobs or knobs listen or noobs listen. Thank you, Jen. Hope you're enjoying your tea. Wally, Starmers of Bruce, emailing you a pic of something that I have videoed on my phone. Tried streaming, but no clue. All I have is my iPhone and computer. Every trade blocked by the second GME. Okay, cool. Today hasn't been nearly as bad as I thought it would be. 143.50 on the stock. We'll see what this bagel does to everything. Let's see what happens here. Take 5 before she wakes up and make her tea. Bruce, why do you not invest at all? Because I don't have time to follow the markets. I'm doing this all the time to comment on everything that's out there, and I don't want to have a conflict of interest. I don't want to be the guy that then gets the comments that says, of course you're going to recommend GameStop. You're long. You own all kinds of it. Yeah, you're just pumping and dumping this stock. I don't want that. I never wanted that. I decided when I made this channel, I would not be in that conflict of interest position. I just wasn't going to be there because I knew the minute I bought any stock, that's what would happen. And I'm just not going to play that game. So I'd rather play this game. Why don't you own any? And just answer it this way rather than, I know you got it. Yeah, you're pumping it because you got it. I'm not playing that game. All right, there you go. Can we hang out with Jen when you're busy with your weekend sessions? Not funny, John. John, you're in trouble. Saying this may be why there are so many thumbs down sometimes. Saying this maybe that's right. Javier, thanks for sharing Uncle Bruce with the interwebs. Brandon's throwing up the bagel emojis. Lawrence, thank you for your sacrifice, Jen. Top tip, Yorkshire tea bags are the best you can get. There you go. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for being here and all these comments and all these encouraging everything's. I'm trying to catch up with comments. I can't catch up. They're just coming too fast. Jacob, a bagel price correction incoming. Thanks, Jen. 142.51 right now. Let's see. We got Anna. Does Jen have favorite decaf teas? Earl Grey, etc. She loves Earl Grey decaffeinated. She loves Rubus decaffeinated, regular decaffeinated, of course. She always has that. Those are her top three, generally speaking. Do you have any other favorite decaf teas? Oh, she'll show us what she's drinking this morning. We like the Jen bagel.
Having said I go for decaf, I'm doing the Good Morgen.
Good Morgen. Weißer Schweig für einen Eier für Leckhagen tea. I don't know. I think for a good day. I think this is tea for a good day. She drinks this stuff. But do you drink English breakfast?
I like English breakfast. I like Irish breakfast.
English breakfast, decaffeinated.
Black tea.
Black tea. She likes all kinds of decaffeinated tea.
I just don't like herbal tea because
she's not a fan.
I'm a little sensitive to some of the herbs.
Not a fan of the herbs.
So you don't want to drink a cup of tea to get a sore throat.
See,
yeah.
There, that's right.
But one of your community told you about the throat coat, which is very nice. It's echinacea, which I'm good with. Echinacea and lemon. It's very nice.
There you go. Yeah. We bought some of that too.
So, see? I took a recommendation. It was good.
See? But I'm not drinking it. She drinks it. I don't drink tea. 144.65 on the GameStop shares. Here we go. I'd even be happy at 420. We like the Jen bagel, no vitamins. Geez, we love the Jen everything or poppy seed. We're going to get the we're getting the sesame seed today. All right. Oh my gosh. Anyone hang out with me for $400 an hour? This kills me. I've got 50 bookings right now. 50 into May. Yeah. It's unbelievable. I can't believe it. It's incredible. All we know, and I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids. Bruce hates veggies. Jen to the moon. Tarkov needs to be working together with GameStop and create the first esports Tarkov gaming tournament. Huge Russia-U.S. relation move there. There you go. Cap. Diamond-handed ape tard. God, please bless us. We need the help. 146.49. 147.45. I think we have a new high right now. I think we might hit 150 here. 148.20 is the high of the day, and we're there now. We did touch it. 147.45 right here. We are on a roll right now, going higher on GameStop. 149.04. We're going for 150. Will we go through it like butter? We're gonna find out. I need a truck. Are we going through it like butter? Bagels. Oh my gosh, it's happening. 150.25 through 150 like butter. Hot knife through melted butter. It's gone. 150.25. We are rolling on GameStop, up $29 a share. We're almost halfway back from yesterday's loss. 13.8 million traded. Very good. AMC is running up to 10.28. It's up 126. It was as high as 10.45 on 46 million, but it's the star of the show is GameStop here, running now at 150. Even touched 151. It even touched that. We'll see this. Like butter, it's rolling, kids. The stock is on a move here. That's what's happening, Cav O'Leary. I heard somewhere that this channel, MSFT, is partnering with GameStop as of last October. Microsoft announced they're buying Discord, the largest gaming social platform, for $10 billion. Coincidence or not? Is there something to this? There is a relationship between Microsoft and GameStop, a very serious relationship between the two. And it's got to make you wonder, GameStop going all e-commerce, strong relationship with Microsoft. Yeah, what? Maybe, somehow, could be. Yeah, they got friends in high places, perhaps. Isn't that interesting? Quite interesting. We'll see. We'll keep following this, guys. What can I say? What can I do? Yeah, they could use my help. Oh my God. Blog your niche. Thoughts on relevance from last January 25, February 25, and today's March 25. To the moon? Is there a coinky dink here? I don't know, but we're at 147, 149. We just touched 151 a minute ago. What a run. We are getting a good run this direction. Will it last? I don't know. Can it go higher? I don't know. But it's been going up like this, waving up all morning. Very, very interesting how this is meandering along here, and the volume is definitely picking up at 14.2 million at this point in the day. I think we're higher volume than we've been lately. 149.71. Another assault at the 150 level might be taken here. Interesting. Ooh, I have friends in low places. Congratulations, everybody. Anyway, there you go. We're going. Let's see here. This is promising. DTCC issues. I don't know. I had one-on-one with him past weekend. It was amazing. Cav said, "Yeah, Cav and I had a good time. Cav, we had a good meeting. That was a lot of fun. Enjoyed it very much. And I had I think 7 or 8. I think I had 7 last weekend, something like that. Busy weekend last week. I got 8 scheduled for this weekend. And I always look forward to these. I really do. It's you people are incredible. You're fascinating people out there. A lot of fun. Let's see. I'm kicking myself. I didn't buy it at 120. I thought we were going down again. What can I say, kids? This could be it. I don't know. I'm just saying. There's evidence of upside potential here, and it's coming together. Bruce, let Jen know the same people who make throat coat makes Breathe Easy, and it's just as good. Another good tea is the Tazo Orange. She's going,
Oh, I like it. Here we go.
Here.
So we have the cheddar slice, I have the ham, the meatloaf, and the other one.
Black Forest and
I don't know what the other one is.
Oh, beer sausage.
Okay, the beer sausage.
Yeah.
And then Havarti on the bottom. Ooh,
Havarti on the bottom, cheddar on the top. Got it made, man. This is awesome. How can the stock stay under 150 now?
I know.
Impossible.
Come on.
It's impossible. With this bagel and all the knees coming, the stock's on its way. Unbelievable. Nice bounce on GameStop today. What can we say? We think that there was a bargain here this morning for sure. VGAC, there's a bargain. 1008 giveaway. Absolute giveaway. Unbelievable. Interesting. Friendly reminder, when this moon's placing stop losses helps the hedge funds. Do not put in stop losses. Okay. Here we are. Silka's saying, don't get me wrong, Bruce. I'm sure you're worth every penny you charge. It's just the way you said it was funny to me. I hear you. I sometimes keep laughing at myself going, $400 an hour? They want to pay me $400, but they do. And I have to charge that much because otherwise the value isn't there. I mean, I know I'm delivering value. They all tell me, everyone's going, you're worth it. You're worth it. And others tell me you're not charging enough. You should be double that, but I'm not going to do that. Thank you, everybody, for everything. All of you who've just been here, love this. Let's see what's going on. We're sitting in little boats between warships. 150 right now. I think it just broke 150 again. I haven't even started eating it. Let's start eating and go to higher. Let's go higher. Here we go. Woohoo! Oh yeah. Let's go. Oh, wow. We're going to go. Let's see how far we go today. What's better? 3 of these, 1 of those. That's your call, man. You got to make that call. Oh, my gosh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Wally. We're making it happen here. We're going. You know, DE, I don't know. We'll see what gives here. It's going to be interesting. It tastes mighty fine. Let me tell you, 150.81. We're going higher. Bagel Vision. There you go. Fantastic. She does. 153.72 higher. We're going higher. We're going higher. No Canadian bacon. We're going higher. Socrates. Up $33 a share. We're going. 155, going higher. 155. Oh, John. Someone has to explain this to John. Poor John. He's out of it. 156. I can't concentrate on work right now. Quick, how many bagels can you eat simultaneously? Monty Python. John, you need to watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail. You have to watch that movie. Then you'll know about that. God bless Jen and her bagels. She saved us. Here we go. Volume approaching 16 million now on GameStop. Just bought coffee mugs. Can't wait to get these coffee mugs from Bruce. Sean McHenry, how do acquiring companies purchase another company's stock without being noticed? Could this be happening to GameStop by Amazon? As long as they're buying less than 5%, they can acquire. But they have to file. They might have to file at the end of the month. I'm not sure. That I don't know. But yeah, that could be happening here. We're at 155 to 156 a share right now. We're moving up. There's none for sale, Jen says. There's none for sale. Molly by the mean left, the single best movie to watch on acid, hands down. Mary, it's from Uncle Bruce and the Holy Bagel. Awesome. Just noticed chat now works on the app. Yahoo! Get your knees out there. Let's go. Yes, the millennials need to know about the classic Monty Python or their goodies. We're looking good. We're looking good. Jen, we're looking good. Jen is happy. Bruce has moved the stock $35 a share today. Nathan? There's only one version of that song worth playing. Only one. By one guy. Exactly. Looking like 60 million volume today if this keeps up. Okay, thanks, Bruce. It's been a very long time since I've seen this movie. Oh my gosh. You can You can watch some clips on YouTube about it. But the movie itself, absolutely. Oh my gosh, we're moving. It got better. New member, Kevin. New member. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the party. 153.90. We're eating a bagel and the stock's going up. Woohoo! We are happy. We want to go higher. Jenny's saying, nee. Kevin, you can now say nee as well. You can start using the nee emojis, and the stock will go even higher. The more nees that come in here, the higher the stock goes. I don't know why. It just happens. It just works that way. Oh, Robert, I love it. Oh my God. 153.75. Looking good. Looking good. Feeling good, Lewis. Looking good, really, Ray. Oh man. A scratch. It's just a scratch. You've got no bloody arms left. Ah, it's just a scratch. Come on over here. Right there. Nothing beats this. You tell me another YouTube channel where you can watch this kind of action. You tell me. You can't. You can't. Oh my gosh. 151 up $30 a share. Keep it coming, guys. My fiance is becoming a believer again, Bruce. There's violence in the inheritance system. Help, I'm being repressed. It's merely a flesh wound. Have at you. Oh, man. What do you think of SHW? Three-way stock split, EOM, nice dividends. Do you have any thoughts? Don't even know what it is. Don't even know the name of that company. That's how inept I am. I don't even know what SHW is. Sorry. We're busy with we're busy here with this. Costco will pay a fine to the SEC for supplying bagels. $154. I love to be a fly in the wall with one of these hedge funds while they watch these chats and realize who they're losing money to. They are losing money to the knights that say knee on YouTube. Oh man, Bruce is drowning in haters right now. 5.9 thousand viewers, 4,800 likes. He's drowning in hate. How are we doing? 4,800 thumbs ups, 197 thumbs downs. Keep those thumbs ups coming up. Only 200 away from 5,000 thumbs ups today, guys. 25-to-1 ratio on the thumbs up. If you give me 200 more thumbs ups, guys, hit the thumbs up right now. Let's get over 5,000 and drown those downers. If you really hate the channel, hit that thumbs down button twice. Hit it twice. Really hit it hard twice. 4,000, 5,000 thumbs ups, 200 down. We're 25-to-1 ratio. Keep those thumbs ups coming in and hit that thumbs button down twice. The Neats are overrunning the haters, and GameStop 15% off site-wide if you use the term Magic15, Magic15 at checkout. You get 15% off your order. So today's the day you want to buy something from my store. Get in there. That's fantastic. Happy to see that. And some of you are doing it. There's a couple of sales going in here. People are picking up product on Redbubble. Picking up these mugs, or you can pick up the mug right over here. I have got the GameStop with the GameStop logo. I got all kinds of them, so check it out. Shirts, hoodies, cell phone covers, stickers. Oh, it just never ends. Thank you, everybody, for all of you being here. Quinn is in the house as a new member. Quinn, welcome, pal. Joining this channel. Fantastic. I'm a shill for Costco bagels. Someone just said. Oh, that's great. Where's I can't find it anymore. My goodness. Oh, my goodness. Here it is. Yeah, I'm a shill for Costco bagels. Oh, my gosh. He's Canadian, isn't he? I am Canadian. But there's nothing more American than eating a bagel on YouTube. 158 on GameStop. Going to 160 now, guys. We're up $37 a share. It's only a flesh wound. It's just a flesh wound. I've chopped your arm off. Oh, it's just a flesh wound. Come on over here. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What else is going on here? What else is going on here? Okay, Jared is saying, we demand a shrubbery. We demand a shrubbery. I love bagel time. we need the flesh wound night. Oh boy. 157.75, 158 on the stock right now. This got to be the high of the day here. Yeah, 159.19. Volume 17.5 million on GameStop. The stock is running up. And there's buying coming in, and it's pretty interesting. Trends. What are the odds that these big boys are short covering, not seeing much availability, changing the board S to Fintel, thought on a sudden climb? Look, they are figuring out, if these guys can't figure it out, that you cannot scare the stock down. Buyers are just going to come in, and they smell blood. They're going to keep buying this up. This stock can go so high so quickly that they'll turn their hundreds of millions of dollars in losses into billions if they don't start covering their positions. But what have we been saying since January? What can I tell you? 161 on the stock right now. Just jumped $2. Boom. RS. Bruce, it's amazing how you make this insane arena stock market seem so normal. Truly helped me have a completely different attitude towards it. Thank you, everybody. And thank you so much to those of you who are joining this channel, making super chats. You guys are here with me, hanging around. 161.50 on the stock. Home wrecker mailman. My wife's boyfriend helped my ad block my sell button at GameStop to the moon. Fantastic. We are moving higher. Very good. IPOE, the new stock I'm following, is down $1.20, 15.28. Getting cheaper and more attractive every time. 160.71, up $40 on GameStop. AMC at 10.94, up $1.92. Am I happy to see that? Yes, I am. AMC almost approaching $11. This is great. It's taking a run right now. Go AMC, go GameStop, go. Absolutely. All right. We are here. The Knights are here. Let's see here. Excuse me. I'll try to catch up with these comments. They just keep coming through here. KW, GameStop is Occupy Wall Street 2.0. Bojack, hey Bruce, love the channel. I uploaded my first video. It has a clip of you in it. I hope it's okay. It's called Moon Rocket. DJ Red Stonks on Ronky Donk channel. Love all the people here. Let's do this. I'm famous. I'm famous everywhere. People are using my imagery all over the place and promoting me. Don't know what to think. I'll have to talk to my lawyers. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the promotion, everybody. We're at 160.78 on the stock. What can I say? I just don't tell my anyone other than my partner, my dad, about my investments. Let's see here. It's weird when you see your cash drop over 10 grand and then go back up 10 grand. Socrates 158, 162 right now. 17 million volume, up $40 a share. We are rolling here. The stock is on a roll. 162 again, 163 again, coming on again. It's coming on higher. The high of the day is 165. Volume now 18.6 million. It is going higher. There's nothing for sale. There is nothing out there. Wolfgang, what are we doing after the GameStop moves and after our attendees? As a former Navy analyst, I learned fast and have a strong math background. Let's play. Butta, 163.34, going higher. Yeehaw, says John. Let's see here. Where else are we? Lots of comments. And we're moving. I got my new Bruce with Bagels mug in my hands, saying a prayer to the Lord of Bagels. Get one of these today. You can get them 15% off today on Redbubble. Everything on Redbubble apparently is 15% off if you use the code MAGIC15, right? MAGIC15. You use that at checkout. You get 15% off. Why not? 165 on GameStop. High of the day, 168 right now. It just touched 168 on GameStop. We're up $45. We're down $15 from yesterday. Still down $15. What a turnaround here. Unbelievable. Bruce, you're going to be asked to testify before Congress with the bagel manipulation. They're going to have to send a private jet to come and get me. I don't think so. Let's see here. Oh man. What can I say? The stock is running 164 to 168 today. Just climbing. Really powerful. AMC at 1090, up $1.88. Did touch 1097. So AMC at 59 million, having a good day too. GameStop 164.01 on 19.3 million. There's volume coming in here for the buys. There is volume coming in. I don't know if anyone at CNBC is saying anything about this stock. I have no idea. Does anyone know what they do anymore? I don't know. Let's see what's going to happen here. 164.44. Let's go here. I'm looking at the listing on Market Watch to see if there's any comment or any news or anything that will say anything, and I don't see anything. I got nothing today. No one is talking about GameStop in any real way. So it's doing this. Why it's doing it, I don't know, but it's doing it. 19.6 million, and people I think are fed up, and they're going to get this stuff and they're going to put it away, and they're thinking, you know what, it was 300 something bucks a share the other day. It's 166. It's a buy, and maybe that's what's going on. 171. We just jumped $5. Just jumped $5 a share, approaching 20 million volume. 171 right now on GameStop. It is running, and it's really running. Shorters are getting trapped, and they're in trouble. 171.34, up $51 a share, $10 away from yesterday's close. We need $10 more to be even. So as impressive as it is, it's not enough. 172.80, it's coming on again. 172, hot dang. Yeah, here we go. 172.82 on the stock. It is moving, kids. It is moving very aggressively. 174.83, the 175 barrier. Are we going to go through like butter? What's happening at 175? Are we going to find that out in a minute? Unreal on this stock right now. The high of the day, 176.80. We already did it. 20,200,000. There is buying coming in here. Aggressive buying into the stock. Remember, Jeffries put a price on it at 175 yesterday. It's at 173 right now. It's already been 176 today. 176 right now. I'm showing 176 on the stock. Unbelievable. We're down $8.50, $7.50 from yesterday's trade. We need another $10 a share to be vilified just to get back where we should be. And then it has to go to 198 where it was during the conference call with the financials, then through 200. Yes, we have a ways to go yet, but it is up $51 right now, 170, 167, jumping around. What can I say? It is moving. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Let's go, people are saying. Is everyone having fun today? Anybody having a good time at all? 170, 167. Come on, baby. How are we doing with thumbs ups, thumbs downs? Are people still hating this channel? Yep, 207 people got the thumbs down going, 5,200 on the thumbs up. So we're looking at, what is that right now? 26 to 1 ratio. Keep those thumbs ups coming in, folks, and show those thumbs downs how wrong they are. This market is going higher. The stock's rolling higher. Let's keep it going right now. 5,300 thumbs ups, guys. Thank you. 167 on the stock. It will do this. It will jump $5 a share now, but back and forth. There's no doubt about this. It is crazy. Really interesting buying coming in. There could be forced buy-ins happening all morning here. I don't know. The higher it goes, the more there'll be. That's the other thing about this, because when shorts are on the wrong side, it really goes. You see how the shorts attack it on the way down. It can go the other direction on the way up violently. We'll see. 164, 167 right now. It's jumping about here. We've had a crazy run, but we're happy to see it. 21.4 million volume on GameStop. The Dow is still down 173 points, although it has been improving from its lows. S&P down 20, NASDAQ down 135, oil down $3 a barrel to $58 a barrel, 166, 167.70. Might be popping up yet again. We're going to keep up on this one, as we will all the time. We watch this. We're here. We follow the GameStop. What can I say? NBC is not saying a word. Well, how about that? Not talking GameStop. What can I say? I don't know, man. I don't know. 167.26. Moving higher. It's moving higher. 165.51 right now. Volume 21.6 million approximately, and they're on a commercial over there. That's what's going on, kids. 165.50, 165.75, 166 over here. So the different quotes as it jumps about, as it figures out where it is headed. Blaine, Duet Terminal screenshots proved everything yesterday. BlackRock and friends own more than the float. Melvin Citadel own 90%. 90,000 puts each. XRT is 290% short. The higher this goes, the higher it will go. This is really something. This could be crazy kooky. Thank you again for becoming members of this channel, following the craziness of this market. We love you, and we're glad you're here, and we hope you're having fun. Thank you for sharing these emojis with everybody today. And like I said, it's just been a wild run here. And yeah, up 35%. It's not news. Isn't that funny? Funny how when the stock has a good day, they don't talk about it. Has a bad day, they're all over it. It's amazing. Oh, wow, it's really something. Yeah, the oddest thing, huh? Rich, it's a simple question of weight ratios. A 5-ounce bird could not carry a 1-pound coconut. There you go. Okay. When's the cruise, man? Oh, wow. Anyway, fantastic. Unreal. Funny how there are articles and video clips within 5 minutes of GameStop dropping 20%, but not a darn word when it's up 35%. Not a word. Complete silence. Crickets. Just crickets. Nothing to see here, people. Okay. They don't want to give any attention when it's green. The beta is now 11%. Yep, they don't talk about it at all. Reminds me of Redbubble coupon code. Remind me of the Redbubble coupon code, MAGIC15, MAGIC15 at checkout. You get 15% off anything on Redbubble with these logos on it. Make sure you're buying from me, my store. Link to it through my channel. And thank you for your support. Fantastic, guys. Get a deal. Are they doing a pump and dump on us? I don't know about that. I think this is going up and up. That's what I think is going on here. Let's go here. The GameStop app just sent a notification saying it's the last chance to save on Mario Jump now. A legend, 35 years in the making. Laugh out loud. I'm seeing messages everywhere. What do we got now? 164.70 volume, 22.2 million. I'm showing. Very good. 163 to 22. What does beta mean? Somebody can mention that. What beta means. Vinny, they will have full articles up the full day before it has price movement like that on the downside. It is on the restricted list today. It is. You can't short it. You can't hit them. You can't hit the bids to short. 166. It looks like it's going to break through again. 166. Shortable big chunks coming out now, says Fidelity. Big buys incoming. I bought at 40, held at 348. Why would I think about selling anytime soon? Let's go. 165.75 is where we're at right now. Okay. Excuse me. They're scared. You guys, what does that say? Sorry. Wow, these comments just go right through. You guys are starting to see how things are working here. 166.80 on the stock. 168.40. Wolfgang Love viewership is down to GameStop litigiousness. 168.41. Triggered by the clown. Resisting off of 23.6 something retractment. Gamer did a segment on GameStop. Good stuff. Let's see. What else? 167.50 right now. 200 by the end of the day. Could be over that. I have no idea. I don't know. Bruce, please explain the beta. Bruce, thank you for keeping us calm this past week. Always nice to have a calming voice in times of panic. Celtic Mako, this is the rebound confirmation. If you're waiting for confirmation to add, now is the time. Add 100. I added 100, 151, 250, 164. This is going higher. 166.28. The more they short, the more they're going to have to cover. The more chance we have another moon visit in 2 months. Enjoy the dips from here on out. The amount of resources required for a pump and dump on a company with this market cap would be absolutely insanity. What if they manipulate to lower and make money off of puts? Let them run, make them make money at call. Seems like market manipulation to me. There's all kinds of stuff going on, isn't there? 165, 166 is the range right now. What have we got going here? Let's go. I bet Kramer did it. The GameStop share trading higher. Strength is potentially related to continued retail investor interest. Social media attention. 166. Let's go. What have we got here? When I find myself in time of trouble, Uncle Bruce talks to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. If it explains all the Greeks, beta market goes one way, beta follows, negative goes opposite. Folks are throwing emojis everywhere. We are climbing along here, holding the gains and going higher. 5,500 thumbs ups, 214 thumbs downs. Thank you, everybody. We're at 166 on the stock. Taking another run here. Volume now on GameStop, 22.8 million shares. Big batches of buying coming in, big blobs of stock being gobbled up. Very interesting to see how this is playing out. People are picking up product on Redbubble today, getting 15% off. Thank you, everybody, for your support. I appreciate this. Little royalties every time you buy something over there. And Celtic, they can't. Puts are absolutely crushed on options market right now. Their shorts have already lost the option game as about 10 minutes ago. Travis, good morning. Bruce, curious what websites, apps, brokerages you use to monitor stock price news technicals. I got my phone on here, and it's Yahoo Quotes on my iPhone, which is part of my phone. I'm sure it's free. And then over here, I'm using my big ass iPad, and I mean it's a big ass iPad. This thing's as big as my head. This thing's huge. Market Watch. I got Market Watch, and that's how I watch the market. What do you do? That's all I do. I watch the markets. And then I kind of glance over here at my TV every once in a while. It's on mute. I'm just watching what they're not talking about over there. What can I say? Here we go. Casey, I had to look it up. Knights of Ni, band of knights encountered by King Arthur in Monty Python, demonstrate their power by shouting Ni, terrifying the party. Ni. That is correct. The Ni's have come out this morning to terrify the shorters on GameStop, and it's run all the way up. That's what's been happening going today. It's incredible. We could hit 75 million shares volume at this space. It's possible. 23 million so far on the day. It's trading higher. 164 right now. It's kind of where we're at. What can I say? A $10 sticker of $10 whatever. Thank you. Wow, that's big. 164.60. We are going higher. Let's go here. I've only got 30 years of market experience watching, not playing. Only played for 2 years, really. What else is happening here? If it goes over 200, will the puts get crushed? Well, they were happy this morning at 120. They're not happy now at 162, 166. They're not happy here, and they were unhappy at 170. Goes higher, they will be even more unhappy. They will be poorer if they haven't sold out. And I don't know if they did or not. I'm really not sure if they got out. Hard to say. Anyway, there you go. Just bought bagels with Bruce travel bag for my cruise. Now you're talking. New member, Joey Long. Joey, welcome to the party, pal. Nice to have you here. Great to see you, and hope you're having fun. You get to use emojis now, like the emoji, all you want. Fantastic. CJ, loving the chat with the members. Much better experience. Nice to have you here, guys. Thank you for joining us. We are having fun here. XLM Stellar Lumens are at a price levels not seen since 35,000 BTC. What else is going on here? Bring out your dad. Bring out your dad. Lucas, hey, Bruce, grabbed an April 1st call at 165. I paid an $8 premium. I'm up quite a bit today, but is it worth holding for another week? I don't know. You're doing well. Always nice to see it. The stock's having a good day. I mean, gives you another $20, $30 today. Even better. What can I say? We're trading 23 million. Lots of stocks trading hands, and that's a good sign. Let's go here. Yeah, this is right. News. Reggie Fils-Aimé, former president of Nintendo, has left the board of GameStop. This is the start of the shakeup you talked about? Yep. There's 8 of them leaving. 8 newbies coming in. Michael, surely Ryan Cohen will do something to cause this rocket to launch. He's sitting on 9 million shares. That's what I keep reminding people about that. He put his own money out there for 9 million shares. Yeah, he's seeing a better market today, but he's still down $17 from yesterday. We're not done yet with today. Let's see what happens. Anyway, what's going on? Anyway. From Warden Elite's live charting, that's it. The put skew just got annihilated. They've split the differential, and the shorts have completely lost in the options market. That's what apparently is happening right here. Bruce, when the whole stock market falls a line down or up, how would you describe that? The whole market drop is a decrease in the value of what? I'm not sure. I wasn't sure. I didn't know I was going to have a quiz. Can you sound the bullhorn every time we go up $100? I don't have a bullhorn. So I can't do that. And don't send me one. I don't need one here. It's a quiet little town. I don't want to get in trouble. Oh my gosh. What else is going on here? Thank you everybody for popping by here, seeing us, hanging out with us, watching this crazy activity in the market. 160.61 right now on 23.5 million. We're going to get these, moves. We're going to get these pullbacks, pull-ups, another run. I mean, we're getting it all today. Unbelievable action on the stock. Lots of volume, lots of buying. Shorters are beginning to notice the buyers have an unlimited amount of power to come in here, and sometimes they flex their muscles. Like I've been saying today, there will come a point in time where this will turn, and it will turn dramatically. And that happened a little while ago. It looks like a very interesting start to the day here. A very, very interesting stock. All righty, let's go. Shares traded yesterday, 24.1 million for the whole day. Right now, the volume now is 23.6 million. Hello. There's some interest here. 162 again on the stock. It's coming on again. Interesting. Yeah, don't send me one. Laugh out loud classic. The bullhorn idea is genius. I got an alarm. I got. How about that? We'll do that. That way we won't upset the neighbors. Oh my gosh. 163 on the stock. 163.78 coming up again, moving higher. 163.64 looks like it's coming on again. Another little run here. We'll see. We'll watch. Look, I have no. Let's see. I've got a headline that just says GameStop AMC shares bounce after sharp losses as looks to halt losing streaks. But that's all I've got as a headline. I don't know if there's anything to that story. Usually those are just headline clickbait things, and that's all you kind of get out of it. Let's go. Another comment here. GameStop, Ryan Cohen's latest move is giving GameStop some rocket fuel today. A slew of news surrounding GameStop has reinvigorated Wall Street bets. This just came out. The past week has been a tenuous one for GameStop shares. Its earnings reported proved less than stellar, missing estimates. Talks of a stock offering came the same day, worrying investors of a dilution. However, much has happened since which is giving the company a lot new life. It started with a roaring kitty post, which rallied the GameStop troops. That momentum was only snowballed with the news of the company's change of guard. stock 167, going up again right now. GameStop told the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission last night that 8 of its board members will be resigning. Notable names in the industry like Reggie Fils, Amy Nintendo fame, Activision's Kathy Vrabec are also stepping down. The mass exodus follows last month's announcement that CFO Jim Bell would be stepping down. Coincidentally, his resignation comes on Friday. That's tomorrow. Stock 166, 167. At this point, everyone knows that GameStop is Ryan Cohen's show now. The Chewy founder has been given the captaincy of the GameStop turnaround, and many are theorizing that these departures are all part of the plan. Cohen is likely the driving force behind these departures and wants to trim the fat in order to make new additions that he feels can put more force behind the turnaround. GameStop stock is also improved by the reinvigorated Wall Street bets mob who have faith in Cohen. Roaring Kitty's call to hold and yesterday's news have done good for the shredded morale. As it looks to either buy more GameStop or buy more GameStop stock, the only way is up for GameStop fanatics. Wall Street Bets isn't the only institution that has sunk neck deep into the GameStop craze. The Mormon Church's investment branch has recently slashed its investments in companies like Apple and Amazon in order to make room for GameStop in its portfolio. GameStop is up 38% this morning. Following these insights, may likely continue its upward trend through the week. That is from Investor Place. That just came out a little while ago. The stock, 168.68, 170.92. Right now is the stock value, 170.92, going higher, 24.2 million shares. The stock is moving up. It's 171.70. Coming on as we are watching it closely right now. Good stuff. Articles like I kind of was hoping for are coming out here to talk about what's going to happen. What can I say? Matakushka, conspiracy theories. Some or all of those 8 were inside trading and receiving dividends from Citadel. No, I don't think so. I don't think that's an issue. Like I say, it's just time for new blood. New e-commerce blood. That's what we need here. 172.09 on GameStop. The high of the day, 176.80 is the high. Will it break 176.80 and go to 180? We'll watch this and see what it does. Right now, 169.99, up 49.65 a share. All right. It looking good. Bruce over working overtime. I'm on longer than I should be. It's insanity. What's the matter with me? We are running along here. Thank you for the thumbs ups today. We got 5,600 thumbs ups, 227 thumbs downs. We love this ratio going higher this direction. If you could please do that. Keep it coming on, guys. Thank you very much for these thumbs ups. Let's get them going. Also, those of you who are picking up these items here, you're picking up items at 15% off, whether it's 1 mug or 2 or stickers or shirts, or you're getting a deal today, 15% off anything on Redbubble. If you buy it through my store, just use the code MAGIC15, MAGIC15 at checkout. You get 15% off your order. What's wrong with that? Nothing is wrong with that. Fantastic. The Dow is down 145 points. S&P down 21. NASDAQ down 135. Oil down 296. And GameStop 169 up 48.66 right now. Climbing again. High of the day 176 or so has been the high of the day. How about that, man? Fabulous. Can you get t-shirts in kid sizes? Once Redbubble offers it, we'll have it, but they don't yet do it. I don't think the smallest size is a lady small, if I recall. I'm not sure. That you got to check into yourself. But yeah, they don't do kiddie stuff yet. I don't know if they will, but not that I'm aware of anyway. Anyway, wow. What can I say? We are on a roll here. Anyone complaining? I don't think we should be. I'm going to be back on again today at 3 o'clock, as I am always in the afternoon. I'll be on at 3 o'clock until 1 hour after the close. We're going to see how this stock wants to do for us. In the meantime, I'm going to get some rest my voice, keep an eye on the stock. You do the same. Join me later today. We'll have some more fun and see what's going on. It would be kind of nice if this thing breaks 200. I think we deserve it. I've been working hard today. Thank you for listening in on my rant today and tolerating me today. Thank you for all your super chats and becoming a member of this channel. Love you guys. Beautiful. 169.71 on the stock right now. Go, baby. Break through 170. Let's go. And let's hope it just keeps going to the moon. Sure beats 113, huh? Yeah. 24.8 million, almost 24.9 million traded on the morning. So I see you guys at 3 o'clock Eastern today as I sign off for now, and we'll catch you then for the close, and let's see what we can do. Let's have some fun, make some money, and kind of go from there. Alrighty, we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.